Wake up!
What?
I think I'm gonna hit 1 million subscribers today.
I must sleep. Let me sleep.
Oh, come on, you've been asleep for like a week and a half. Can't you wake up now? It's a really important day.
Let me sleep.
Alright. You know, for someone whose only job is to stand in the background of my videos for 15 minutes at a time, you sure sleep a lot.
Go, 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 go.
Well, I'm almost there. I just want to thank you guys for being here. I really couldn't have done this without you guys. Oh, here it goes! Here it goes! Yes! Yes! I did it! I did it! Wow, 1 million subscribers. Thank you guys all so much. Especially my little... especially all of you guys. Hey, buddy! Whoa. Are you? Yep, I'm you. From Vine. I just wanted to stop by to say congrats. Oh. Well, thanks. You know, with Vine ending, I was really worried I was gonna have to give up on all the social media stuff, but you made it work. You and your... Gregs. I couldn't have done it without my Gregs. I guess you could say I'm becoming a pretty big deal now. Yeah, well, I have almost 3 million followers on Vine, so, well, they're about to disappear, so. Greg is dumb. Fuck you. Frick you. Wait. 1 million subscribers. You know, I never really thought I'd get here, but with this many Gregs, cringy Instagram comedy doesn't stand a chance. Just kidding. There's still a lot of cringy content out there, which is good for me because that's what I make videos about. So if there wasn't cringy content out there, then that'd be bad, probably. It's kind of weird, actually. I started this channel with the intention of showing people how weird and in a lot of ways fucked up a lot of these accounts are, and now I kind of depend on them to make videos. So... anyways, let's talk about Supreme Patty. We've covered a lot of cringy Instagram accounts on this channel, but Supreme Patty is different. His videos are like a different kind of cringe. I've never seen anything like it. For those of you who have never heard of Supreme Patty before, congratulations, your life is about to get a lot worse. Supreme Patty has 5.1 million followers on Instagram. He's the CEO of that. He basically makes like comedy skits and these sort of outlandish like jackass style videos. But there's something that separates him from a lot of people that I've seen. When I made a video about Brent Rivera, I called his style of comedy ab comedy because he's always showing off his abs in the videos. I would say that Supreme Patty's genre of comedy is confusing comedy because after watching almost all of his videos, I just want to know why. I don't understand the point or the joke or like the reason behind any of his videos. So here's an example of one of his videos, and as you can tell from the thumbnail, it's already not looking good.
A lemon and a lime? I like that. And I'm about to hit it from the half-court line. Big buckets.
So that's Supreme Patty. That's what he does. He squirts lemon juice in his eyes and then does shit. You know how in The Big Bang Theory Sheldon says bazinga after he says a joke? Well, Supreme Patty squirts lemon juice in his eyes when he's... actually, just all the time. He does it all the time. You know what I'm worried about? How many times do you think he had to do this before he got that shot? Like, there's no way he made that on the first try after squirting lemon juice in his eyes? I wonder how many lemons this dude went through in this video. It does seem very impressive, but I feel like if it just panned over like 2 feet, you would see like a pile of squeezed lemons. But hey, I mean, there's nothing funnier than permanently damaging your eyes for clout on a daily basis. Okay, here's another one of his videos.
A lemon, a lime, and some Roners? Damn, I got me a big old boner.
Nice.
Oh, look at that juice.
Stop! Stop putting lemons in your eyes! Stop, I'm gonna cry from watching this. You know how when you think about like eating a lemon, your mouth gets watery? I'm watching him squirt lemon juice in his eyes and my eyes are starting to water. For good measure, he does pour some beer in his eyes too, so... good. So this video is just them driving around town, like cracking open beers, handing people beers in their cars. I'm pretty sure all of this is illegal, right? You're not allowed to have open containers of alcohol in your car. I think people in the comments are starting to catch on because this dude commented, police, police, okay, police. and then a police emoji. So now I hope you're starting to get a better understanding of why I'm dubbing this confusing comedy. I just don't know why. He squirts lemon juice in his eyes in like 80% of his videos, I feel like. Do you think he's like addicted to doing this now? Like it kind of seems like he gets a kick out of it because he tries to fit it into almost every video. I wonder if he does this even when the cameras aren't on. Like if he's on a date with a girl and the waiter brings like a lemon water out for him, he's just sitting there like, babe, are you okay? What? Oh, yeah, I'm fine. I just, What the fuck? Yes! Now, I know you think you've probably got the gist of Supreme Petty's shtick by now, but he's actually a very versatile comedian. He has a wide variety of bits that he uses in all of his videos. For example, oh, he's squirting lemon juice in his eyes again. This time with Lele Pons and Hannah Stocking. Great. Honestly, though, if this isn't the crossover of the century, I don't know what is.
Today's a great day to squeeze some acid in my eyes, isn't it?
Wow, what a creepy thing to say. What the fuck? That's something a sociopath would say. Excuse me, miss. It's a great day to squirt acid in my eyes, don't you think? And they're doing this at the grocery store? Like, how disrespectful is that? Imagine like a father rushing home from work, stopping at the grocery store to pick up some food for his wife and his newborn daughter. But he gets home late and the mom's all mad and the baby's asleep. And the mother's like, what took you so long? And the father's just like, there were these fucking kids squirting lemon juice in their eyes. They held up the whole store. And the thing about these videos is like, they're not even very funny. They're just like awkward. I just imagine everybody in the grocery store just standing around awkwardly, like looking at them being like, what the fuck is going on?
Hot sauce, baby powder, and some eggs? I'm about to break a leg.
I like how it gives you a little preview of what's about to happen before he does it. And it's a rhyme, which is really sweet. Hot sauce, baby powder, and some eggs? I'm about to break my legs. What great last words. Like if this goes wrong and he gets seriously injured, what a great way to plummet to your death by prefacing it with a little nursery rhyme. Now in this video, he doesn't do lemon juice actually, he does hot sauce. Guess he decided to spice things up.
That was really bad.
Oh, come on, what's wrong with you?
Crack the seal on the hot sauce, baby. Oh, yes!
I can barely even watch this. It's so hard to watch because my whole body like shrivels up. It's a very physical cringe. It's a full body cringe. Good, yep, slap him in the face for good measure. Throw some eggs at his head, hell yeah.
Oh, shit! Like, which one is it? I don't know. This left eye.
Wow, his eye hurts. What a surprise. What a twist ending to this one. He pours hot sauce in his eyes and his friend slaps him in the head, throws eggs at him, and he jumps off his house and his eye hurts. M. Night Shyamalan ending over here. Now you might be thinking, Danny, it's not that big of a deal. Maybe pouring hot sauce in your eyes doesn't even hurt, and he's just pretending it does. It's not like he's gonna cause permanent damage to his body doing this. In his next video, he's wearing an eye patch. In his next few videos, actually, because he messed up his eye so bad. I don't think I can think of a worse reason for having to wear an eye patch. Hey dude, what happened to your eye? Did you get in a fight? Nah. Oh, did you get surgery? No. What happened? I poured hot sauce in my eyes, alright? Nerd. There are some things I really like about his videos though. Like in some of his videos, he's doing things like shooting basketballs or playing soccer, and his friend behind the camera is just so encouraging.
Patty Ronaldo with the moves. Patty Buckets. Splasherama. Buckets!
Buckets! What a nice friend. He's just like kindly encouraging his friend to like make baskets and pour Hennessy in his eyes and drive a motorcycle off the roof.
There she goes!
He's very supportive. It's kind of sweet to see such a wholesome friend. Okay, here's an absolute classic prank. Patty goes into a gas station convenience store with a giant gun and a mask on, but instead of stealing money, he puts money in the register. I don't know about you guys, but I was just thinking to myself, like, wow, now seems like a really great time for some armed gunman-based humor. And if anybody deserves to be pranked, I think we can all agree that it's a dude making minimum wage at a gas station. Come to think of it, you know who else deserves to be pranked? Librarians.
Could you get out, please?
Nerds. To be fair, he doesn't seem like the worst person in the world. He does have some videos where he's helping out homeless people. He like gives them food, cleans them up, gives them weed. I really like this video. He goes to Taco Bell and he offers to give the cashier $2,000 to quit his job right then and there.
Honestly, you should just quit. Yeah, you should just quit, bro, to be honest. Look, I got 2 bands, bro. I'll give you 2 bands right now. 2 rackaroos, bro.
I've never seen a video that was so charitable and yet flexed on me so hard. Supreme Petty's also got this really weird thing going on where he's constantly promoting these free chains on his website.
Yo, Patty, bro, where'd you get all this ice at,
SupremePetty.com, brother. All you gotta do is swipe up to get iced up.
That's all you gotta do?
Watches, accessories are free. Just swipe up.
Shit. Swipe up, they're free.
He's constantly posting on the story that all of the chains he wears are for free on his website, and all you gotta do is swipe up to get iced up. And if you go to his website, it does seem like he has a bunch of chains on there for free, and all you have to do is pay for shipping. But I looked into it a little bit more, and I watched a few videos that other people have made about this, and apparently it's just like a drop shipping scam, where basically he's getting all these chains for like $6 a piece, and saying he's selling them for free and all you have to do is pay for shipping, but the shipping is like $15 to $20. So he's really selling these cheap ass chains and making like $10 off of each one, while still seeming like a really great guy for selling these chains for free. There's lots of videos of people getting these chains in the mail, and they're all made out of like plastic or really bad quality metals.
It broke right away. It broke right out of the bag.
I don't know if it's legal to be advertising like this or if it's just a really scummy thing to do, but either way, I don't know. I'm so confused. And that is all I have to say about Supreme Patty. He has very confusing videos, and I just wanted to basically make this video to vent because I've been thinking about them for a long time and I just don't know what to think about them. So please let me know. All right, now it's time to do my ad read for Honey. So without further ado, here is the ad that I made for Honey. Honey! Is that the whole thing? Honey, download it now, it's free! Okay, well, I'm not gonna use that, and instead, I'll just tell you all about Honey. Honey is actually really great. I've been hoping that they would sponsor me for a long time because I have actually been using it for months. It's a tool for shopping that you can basically install to your web browser that automatically searches for like promo codes and coupon codes and all that stuff when you're shopping online. It's personally saved me a lot of money. It works on like Walmart, it works on J.Crew, it works on over 30,000 stores. I personally use it most on Amazon. The best part about it is you don't really have to do anything after you've installed it. It automatically applies every coupon code that it finds to your purchases. Like, look at this. I put $220 worth of stuff in my Best Buy cart, and Honey searches for coupons and saves me $44 off my order. It only takes 2 clicks to install, so if you want to get it, just go to joinhoney.com/Greg. The link will be in my description. When you think about it, there's really no reason not to add it because it doesn't really do anything except save you money, and it's totally free, so why wouldn't you get it? So go ahead and download it for free. It helps me out, it helps Honey out, and it helps you out. So it benefits everybody involved. Alright, much better. Well guys, thank you again for 1 million subscribers. That's crazy. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you're new here, make sure you subscribe to join Greg. We're the strongest army on the internet. Alright, thank you Ashley with 2 E's for turning on my notifications. You are truly Greg. I'll see you guys next time where I print Greg out on a big banner and I have a plane fly it over the whole city for everyone to see. Bye! Hey Greg, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all having a great day. This, of course, is another episode of weird shit that I found on Instagram. Every time I make a video about Instagram ads or Instagram memes or Instagram comedians, my Instagram DMs are immediately flooded with people who find similar things and they send them to me, hoping that I will make a video about those things also. It's kind of helpful, actually. As someone who, you know, makes a lot of videos about these things, it's kind of nice to just have people send them to me. So if you find weird shit on Instagram, feel free to send it to me. My Instagram is Danny Gonzalez. But especially after the video that I made about Instagram ads, I got so many people sending me all of the weirdest Instagram ads that I couldn't not make another video about them. Now I know what you're thinking, that sounds like a lot of fun, and it does, and it will be, but before we have too much fun, I think it's important to remember that this chair sucks. I've been using this chair for a long time. It's a fine chair, it's sturdy enough. I guess what I'm trying to say is there's nothing fun or cool about this seat. It's a pretty plain seat. It just doesn't really do much for my butt, or the rest of my body, come to think of it. But luckily, today's sponsor is SeatGeek. SeatGeek is an app that makes getting tickets to cooler, more fun seats way easier. You can get seats to football games, basketball games, Taylor Swift games, Kanye West games, whatever kind of games you're into. With SeatGeek, you can do everything on your phone within the app, including actually scanning to get into the event. They've got the best deals, and they have a scoring system that lets you know when you're getting a good deal and when you're not. And if you use my promo code GREG, you'll get $20 off your first purchase. So head on over to SeatGeek. You can use the link in my description. Thank you to SeatGeek for sponsoring this show. Guys, get your butt in a better seat. I'm sure a lot of you remember the last time I reviewed ads for mobile games on Instagram. They all seem to have this really weird strategy where they show a clip from the game and then the caption above it just makes no sense. It's almost confusing to the point where you have to download the game because you're just so confused. Here's an example of this strategy. It's a game where you're this little blob and it looks like you go around trying to knock people off of this platform. And the caption is, I never knew anxiety until I played this game. I've never felt anxious in my whole entire goddamn life until I downloaded this game, which is totally inconsequential in the grand scheme of things. Whether I win or lose in this game has no bearing on my well-being, but it was so stressful that for the first time in my entire life, I felt anxiety. And I know what you're thinking, yes, I do live a very privileged life. There's this game, it looks like all you really do is just zigzag back and forth, but it is the most relaxed game ever. This one's pretty interesting. It looks like you're just a little ball and you bounce from platform to platform and you try not to fall. And it's got Disney's Magic Cinderella's Castle or whatever it is in the background. And the caption for this one is, if you score 400, you can go to Disneyland. So this is interesting because, like, for the first time, it feels like an ad has a coherent phrase at the top. Like, I understand what it means. If you score 400, they're gonna give you a ticket to Disneyland, I guess, which is great. Tickets to Disneyland cost like $100 each. It's pretty impressive that an app would just pay for you to go just for getting like a seemingly pretty attainable score in this game. I think the problem that I have with this is I just kind of doubt it. I really doubt that if I download this game and get a score of 400, that they're gonna like mail me a ticket to Disneyland. So I decided I would put this to the test, download this game, and get to 400 myself, and see what happens. Fuck! No! Okay, the best I can get to is like 100, so I guess I'm not going to Disneyland. This very specific format seems to be actually pretty common with games. Here's another game where you like hit a ball and see how far it goes. And it says if you bounce 10 times, you can legally reach Pink Castle, which is just the Disneyland castle tinted pink. I can legally reach the Pink Castle. Was I not allowed to before? Why wasn't I legally allowed to reach Pink Castle? Why are they trying to keep me out? Come on, I'm a nice guy. Let me into Pink Castle. Legally this time. And then there's this one which says if you swallow Big Ben, you can go to Disneyland. If you swallow Big Ben? What the fuck does that even mean? Big Ben's like the giant clock tower in London. So if you swallow that, you might find yourself at Disneyland. And to prove it, right next to the picture of the game, there's a picture of this like skinned and gutted Donald Duck screaming in agony or maybe anger. You know, like you see at Disneyland. Man, I can't wait until I swallow Big Ben. I can go to Disneyland and see all my favorite characters, like Mickey Mouse with his arms torn off, decapitated Goofy, and skinned and gutted Donald Duck, who's very angry about something. Probably the fact that his stomach is gone. Here's another fun phrase. It's a little game where it looks like you flip, and then there's a picture next to it, which is a girl playing in bed, and a guy looking over her shoulder like, what the fuck are you doing? And the caption is, when she's tapping the game more than you. I don't understand that progression of emotions, because I think the fire is supposed to be like, sexy, like kind of hot. So it's like, she's tapping the game more than me? Oh, ah ha ha ha. Oh shit, she's tapping the game more than me? Hell yeah, girl, you tap that game. You don't gotta tap me, as long as I can creepily look over your shoulder in bed while you tap that game, baby girl. There was one ad I saw on Instagram that it seemed literally everybody wanted to send me, and rightfully so, I think. It was very festive and applied to my life personally a lot. It looks like this game where you're a little pumpkin and you spin this sort of cylinder to try to fall all the way down. It looks like a pretty interesting game, but the caption and the picture next to it are even better. If you reach level 2, you're legally a pumpkin. Legally a pumpkin. I've never heard anything better in my fucking life. And all you have to do is reach level 2? Granted, I don't really know what kind of perks or responsibilities come with being a legal pumpkin, but I mean, it sounds great to me. So your bitch ass better believe that I downloaded this game and I got to level 2. That's right. And it took me about 15 seconds. All I had to do was spin this little cylinder while the ball fell, and then I got there. It was kind of weird because when I got to level 2, the game barely even acknowledged that I reached such a momentous achievement. It also didn't say anything about pumpkins. It said nothing. It just said like, okay, level 2. Do that now. So I don't know what that's all about, but I'm guessing that my new ID will show up in the mail pretty soon, confirming my identity as a legal pumpkin. So I'd just like to take this opportunity to say to my haters, I told you so. You said I'd never amount to anything, but now I'm a pumpkin. But guys, the Instagram ads that I really want to talk about today are quite a bit different than any of the ones I've talked about before. This will be a series of ads from probably the most fucked up looking game I've ever seen. It's a game called Game of Sultans. I don't really know if it's a popular game or if any of you have maybe even played this. Maybe you could tell me if the game is as fucked up as the ads are, but it seems to be advertising all over Instagram. The thing about these ads is it makes the game look like this really gross, like sexist and all around just like awful game. And I don't understand really how it's supposed to make me want to play the game. Each ad that I've seen and that I've saved is like a series of pictures, like one of those little albums that you can go through on Instagram. So the first picture is 3 women and it looks like you're given a choice. It says, "Your Majesty, please choose a maid to serve you." So it looks like you're playing as like the king or the sultan of this palace and you have to choose a maid. And it looks like you're basing this decision purely based off looks, as there's not any sort of resume that I can see. You're basically just trying to decide who's gonna clean your house best based on who is hottest. I've never known those 2 attributes to be a correlation, but I don't know, maybe the Sultan knows something that I don't. Ooh, the game's heating up a little bit. Now you get to decide who would you choose as Empress. As Sultan, graceful and elegant as you are, you get to have your pick of any lady in the land. You can choose this woman who you've got your arm around. She seems like quite a catch. She's sort of tickling the little hairs on your chinny chin chin. Or you can pick this crying woman who is pregnant with your child. And I think the body language is pretty clear in this picture who he's thinking about choosing. So it looks like you've gone from choosing a maid to getting someone pregnant, picking an empress. So what's next in the life of a sultan, you may be wondering? Well, it looks like the next thing for you is to pass on the crown. The kingdom has to live on after you go, so it's time to start having babies. So as sultan, you decide to have a child, and the newborn son is too ugly. What should I do? Oh no. Okay, so this is an interesting predicament. The Sultan has had a child, and it's too ugly. The newborn son is too ugly. Like, there's a certain amount of ugliness that the Sultan would accept, but this son, with his unibrow and his freckles, I don't know, he looks pretty much like a normal baby except for the unibrow. This son is too ugly. What should I do? What do you mean, what should I do? Like, there's nothing you can really do now about the baby's looks. Like, he's here. The baby is here. But let's see what the options here are. I'm guessing it's going to be something like you can choose to either, you know, give the son up for adoption because he's too ugly, or you can love him just the same because no matter what he looks like, he's still your son. It looks like there's one button and it says dislike. So I guess that's your only option, is to just dislike your son forever. Ooh! Oh, the newborn son is too ugly. Dislike. I don't like you. I'm sorry, you're too ugly. And that is the only thing I will be doing, is not liking you. This game doesn't seem very fun. There's not many options. So you might think this ad is a little bit too far already, but things are really about to go off the deep end in this next picture. So there's this picture of this girl, and she appears to be crying. It looks like she's got something going on with her face, and she says, "My queen, please forgive me." So I guess we're the queen now. So I don't know what happened to the king or the sultan, wherever he is. He's probably off disliking his son somewhere. And the 2 options here are forgive her or slap again. I've already slapped her once? I feel like a monster, and I'm not even playing the game. It just put me into this situation where I've already slapped this girl once. I don't even know what she did. The game just assumes like, yeah, well, obviously you're gonna slap her once, but what do you want to do after that? Like, are you gonna forgive her, or do you want to slap her again? If this is really in the game, I don't really think this game should be in the App Store. I mean, it's just a confusing premise for a game, first of all. Like, what even is this game about? Is it about even being a sultan? Because it kind of just sounds like being an asshole. Like, you're picking a maid based on looks, you're abandoning this woman you got pregnant, you're calling your son ugly, and then you're slapping this woman. The caption for this ad doesn't really help either. The maid conceived your child accidentally. That's a weird phrase. She conceived your child accidentally. It's sort of taking a lot of the blame off the dude, right? Like the sultan's like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Yeah, I might have had sex with you, but you're the one who accidentally conceived a child. Saying accidentally makes it sound like it was like a clumsy thing, like, whoops, oh, I slipped and now I'm pregnant. Would you ask her to give birth and promote her as a concubine? What's a concubine? Is that like a mix between a cucumber and a porcupine? A concubine is a woman who lives with a man but has a lower status than his wife or wives. The next ad for this game has some pretty good social commentary. Let's check it out. The first image shows 3 women again, but this time we see young girls. One is poor, one is noble, and one is rich. I think that this image is trying to make some sort of like social commentary about rich people, because the rich girl looks a little bit heavier. The caption says, Ottoman Palace Life. I was born 20 times before I gave birth to a cute princess. What does that mean? I feel like that's a mistranslation or something. But the result was accidentally fat. No one wants to marry her. Ugh. No one wants to marry my fat daughter. Do you know how many times I had to be born to have that daughter? So I don't really get what the picture's supposed to represent. Like, was I supposed to have a poor daughter so that way she'd be skinny? But don't worry, the next picture is worse. Jesus. Okay. The next picture is the rich girl from the previous picture saying, Father, I need a hug. And the father saying, you must lose weight. What? Okay, forget how fucked up this is for a second. Forget how fucked up it is that this dude won't give his daughter a hug because she's overweight. How is this game fun? Like, it just seems stressful to have to be this little guy who is getting stressed out about his daughter's weight. He's all worried about his ugly son. I mean, look at him. He's so stressed out about his daughter's weight. His face is all warped. He's got like shade coming over his forehead. It looks like he's in physical pain because his daughter is heavier than he wants her to be. But don't worry, because part of this game is putting your daughter on a diet so that she can become the ideal looking 18-year-old in your eyes. Wow. I thought this game was gonna be fun when you could have ugly sons, but now that I know you can put your daughter on a diet, where can I download this game? What an awful sounding game. Why is it an appealing idea for a game to even be this sultan who's just this like womanizing douche? I don't know, but now I'm kind of tempted to download it and see what it's actually like, if it's actually like that at all, or if that's just a bunch of like weird clickbaity stuff to try to get you to download the game. So I don't know, let me know if you want me to make a video about me playing that game, or at least seeing what it's like. Maybe I'll try it. Guys, holy shit, the response to my last video has been crazy. So for those of you who didn't see my last video, I basically recapped this entire story where Billion Surprise Toys took down one of my videos, but after a long effort and a little bit of reviewing my legal options, we got it back up. That was the video about Papa being replaced. There was the song at the end of it. I turned the song into a full version of the song to sort of stick it to Chad. That went up on iTunes and Spotify. It got on the top of the iTunes comedy charts for like 3 days. After I posted that video, it got back up onto the top of iTunes comedy charts and stayed there for like a week. It's also now my second most streamed song on Spotify, and it's probably gonna become my most streamed song on Spotify in a couple days. It's just crazy all the good feedback I've been getting on that video. I really appreciate it. And I think it just really goes to show how strong Greg truly is. If you don't know what Greg is, it's the name that I call my fans. It's my fan base, but it's more than just a fan base, it's a family. We're a family and we're an army. The strongest army on YouTube, in fact, and the fastest growing at that. So thank you guys for being so supportive. I'm really glad that you guys have enjoyed the song as much as you do. I've loved seeing your tweets and like Instagram videos of like you listening to the song with friends and stuff like that. That's awesome. As always, if you want to join Greg, all you have to do is subscribe and turn on my notifications. Thank you, my sister wants a corgi, for turning on notifications. You are truly Greg. I hope that your sister gets the corgi that she wants. I'll see you guys next time with a really interesting video where I am overcome with stage fright and I can't say a word the entire video. I think that we may be in the midst of the next big thing in sports. Today, my council of content, which just consists of one guy, his name is Robert, has put together a presentation on what can only be described as medieval knight fighting. I've seen one video of it already, and it appears to be the most insane sport I've ever seen. If you've ever been to medieval times, it's like that, but the people who are fighting actually want to hurt the other person. It's not a staged, choreographed fight. Medieval times would be much crazier if that's actually what was going on. I would 100% pay to go to that. I mean, this is what it is. It's basically like boxing or MMA, but they're wearing armor and they have swords. And I'm gonna be watching some of the videos from this event. Okay, this one is called Night Fights Knockout, M1 Medieval. So I think that is like the league of this sport. It's called M1 Medieval.
What do you think we're going to see in this fight?
I have no idea, Darren. This is
probably the wildest thing I've ever seen.
Even the announcer's like, what do you think we're gonna see today? And the other one's like, I have no idea, dude. This is the craziest thing I've ever seen. They just found out this was a sport. He's like, I have no clue, man. I thought I was going to a boxing event. I am very confused right now. They're not gonna hurt me, are they?
And that'll probably be one of the last times you actually see the faces as well.
Yeah.
Okay, that kind of makes it sound like they're gonna die. This is the last time you're ever gonna see either of their faces. It is customary, of course, to, after the battle, feed them both to the dragon. So yeah, say goodbye to these two poor unfortunate souls. This will not be the last time you see this guy's face though. He seems very pleased with what's going on here. Is this the king who ordered this fight to happen? Okay, so we got some stats here: age, height, weight, and record. So this does confirm my theory that maybe this is kind of a new thing that is just getting off the ground. It seems like they've each only competed in 1 or 2 fights before. They've both won a fight. This guy has maybe tied a fight. Also, where is this taking place? This is beautiful. You're just in like the Russian mountains or something. I guess that's where this type of event should take place. Gosh, this is beautiful. If I was at this event, I can't tell which way I'd be looking. There's knights in front of me, but also like heaven in the background. My eyes are being drawn in all directions here. I'm also very interested in this that's going on here. What is he doing with both hands that he can't be holding the microphone himself? He has to be actively protecting himself from these two. These fuckers will try to hurt me if I take my eyes off them for 1 second. They're bloodthirsty. They're crazy.
The guy who needs to be in arm as the referee, because if one of those swords comes anywhere near him, he doesn't look very well protected.
That's a good point. No, this does seem very dangerous for the ref, especially if like the sword hits part of the shield and shrapnel comes flying off. He is not well protected. It does kind of seem like the announcers are just realizing this. Like, again, this is the first time this event has ever happened.
He doesn't look very well protected.
Hey, shouldn't that guy be in armor? Oh no, what are we doing? This is dangerous. All right, let's skip to the fight. Can we just see the fight here? Actually, before we start the fight, I assume there is gonna be some violence. I don't think there's any blood. I'll put right here if there's any like actual gore. I think they're like in their armor the whole time, and there's not actually any like bodily damage that you see. And for the YouTube algorithm watching this, for all we know, these could be robots. So this might not even be real human combat. These could be robots. In fact, I think they are. In my personal opinion, I think these are robots. We saw other guys put on the mask and then it cut, and now these are robots, so take with that what you will. Also, are they wearing dress shoes? Those dress shoes? Fancy robots.
Charges through. You got to think of the power of the shield as well with the left hand.
A clinch with the knee.
Okay, so the fighting is very interesting, first of all. This guy is kicking other guy. You know you have a sword, right? Very interested in the audience. We've got a variety of characters. We have like Andrew Tate, a cowboy, like a 1920s newspaper boy. People have traveled from all moments of time and space to be at this event, including the two participating. They actually are from the 1400s.
Oh, great kick. He follows it up with a right.
I feel like these fights have a potential to go on for a really long time because they're both wearing armor. What if they actually just, like, neither of them can win because they're like, you're in armor, I can't hurt you.
Shields again when they come together and they clinch.
Okay, something's happening now.
So because they both fell, because they still have the
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Oh.
I think this might be the end of it here. They might have a TKO.
The referee's asking questions.
Holy cow, dude. Okay, so he's okay for the record YouTube algorithm. That robot is okay. He's moving and he's fine. Everybody's fine. But oh my god, that was brutal. Where's his sword? What happened to his sword? The other guy was still holding his sword and this guy was just punching him. I don't think it's a good sign for your event that's supposed to be about like fighting with medieval weapons where the guy who wins is like, fuck these medieval weapons, dude. Let's go. I'm just gonna beat your ass. I'm gonna kick you and punch you. It does kind of seem like the referee waited a little bit too long to jump in there too.
And the ref.
He walks over with the look of like, oh shit, you guys are still fighting? I forgot. I was totally spaced out. I was looking behind me. This place is beautiful. Stop hitting him. That's dangerous. All right, next we have an article. Welcome to the strange and barbaric world of medieval MMA. Crazy stuff. No, this isn't something from a movie. This is as real as it looks. Yeah, I would say it's definitely not a movie because this is not what sword fighting looks like in any movie I've ever seen. In movies, they're like, ting, ting, connecting sword, sword, hitting sword with sword. In this, it's like one guy flailing on the ground with a sword and the other guy like stomping his chest cavity in. The sword seemed like an afterthought. This is the crazy world of medieval MMA where the modern world of fighting meets the Dark Ages. Yeah, I can't exactly say that sounds like a huge selling point to me. I think the Dark Ages are generally thought of as some pretty dark ages, so not exactly sure I want to go back there. The gimmick was originally used as a filler between fights during events at M1, Russia's biggest MMA organization. Oh, so it was like a halftime show at a regular MMA fight? However, such was the interest from the fans after the first bout, M1 president Vadim Finkelstein decided to make it a full-time event and created the medieval division. It's crazy that it used to be a filler between regular MMA fights. Like, imagine if they started doing that with other sports. Like, the NFL's halftime show is like jousting. In between innings at baseball games, they have one man fighting a lion. Okay, now we have a TikTok. It says the actions in this videos are performed by professionals or supervised by professionals. I'm gonna disagree. I'm gonna say these two aren't actual real knights, nor are there real knights supervising. Oh my God. Okay, he didn't even hit him with the axe. I feel like the guy who wins is always just fighting like a regular guy. He just threw him on the ground. He used the axe to help, but like, he didn't use the axe, you know? I feel like the only way to win this event is to convince the other guy he needs to be swinging his axe, and then you can get in there and just rough him up old-fashioned style. Or I guess not old-fashioned style. Modern day style. My God. Wait, where are they fighting? Is this like a CrossFit gym? There's like exercise, like medicine balls in the background. Yeah, there's a pull-up bar back there. Is this what CrossFit is? I wonder what the ratio of people who do these fights and do a second one is. I feel like it's 0. I feel like if I was in one of these fights, even if I won, it would be like the scariest thing ever and I would never do it again. It looks so painful. You're trapped inside of this armor. It makes it really hard to move, so you can't escape even if you wanted to. And sure, you have protective armor, but you're also getting wailed on with like a 30-pound axe. It definitely still hurts. I'm wondering if this is like the minor leagues or something, because the really big event was in this beautiful location and this is just in some kind of barn slash gym. I feel like there's definitely a big like gap in the professionalism of this event, but they still are decked out in some really sick armor. I wonder how much it costs to get started in this. You can't exactly start without the necessary equipment because you would die. You can't spar with someone and just be like, it's all right, we'll use the axes still, just no armor because we can't afford that yet. I feel like it's got, like, this has to cost thousands of dollars. This is a rich man sport, to be sure. Okay, now we've got knight versus samurai, an unexpected ending. The beginning is unexpected. I thought it was just knights. We're introducing different kinds of fighters into this now. The next one's like knight versus Navy SEAL, and he just has a gun. Yeah, they actually let you bring any weapon into this. It's totally fair. So I just sort of sniped him from the other side of the ring, and I won, obviously. All right, well, let's see what the unexpected ending is. If it's just one of them beating the other one with their bare hands, I hate to say it, but it won't be unexpected. Oh, this one's kind of sad. There's like nobody in the audience. They got all dressed up. They put on their $1,000 costume. They trained for this. The loser will live with a lifetime of regret. And let's face it, recovery probably. And there's like 7 people there watching. Oh, his sword broke. That's the end. Okay, so in this one, when his sword breaks, it's the end, but in the other one, when the guy drops his sword on purpose so we can start punching the other guy, that's allowed? I guess this time they were like, whoa, 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 he lost his sword, we have to stop, this is too dangerous now. Dangerous for the other guy, I mean. The sword was a hindrance, it was holding him back. He's gonna kill the other guy now. Now we have a group war? This just goes to show how far we've come as a society, man. As we've grown out of certain things as a species, like, you know, having to hunt, we end up going to the gym so we can still get exercise because it's good for our bodies. Still have to go to battle with neighboring tribes. We just do it at like a Renaissance fair with referees. What is this, man? There's no strategy here. I hate to say it, I don't even know if there's skill. It's like, what do You don't. Who are you even fighting against? Everyone's wearing the same thing. Are there teams? You're also wearing a helmet where you can see like this much. You don't even know who you're fighting or if you're fighting anyone. You could be on the ground and think there's people all around you and there's not. I really shudder to think about the long-term consequences of being in this sport for any amount of time, really, like more than one fight. And I can't imagine there's a lot of money in it, you know? Like football has been proven to cause like head injuries and pretty serious lifelong damage in many instances. I'm gonna say this is worse. I'm gonna go out on a limb and assume that this is worse, and you don't even get to be rich as a result. With that being said, it is kind of interesting to watch, you know? If this became the next big sport, would I watch? Maybe a little bit. Or maybe not. All right, well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll see you guys next time with another video. Bye-bye. What's up, Greg? I was not expecting to make a video today, but I've been getting so many DMs about this situation that I had to stop what I was doing. I had to put down the very important things that I was doing to sit down and make an emergency video. This is an emergency video, folks. Literally like 90% of my DMs have been about this for the past 2 days, so I had to come on here and let everybody know that Merge Mansion, the game whose ads I've made a few videos about, has gotten Pedro Pascal in an ad. I am making this video to let you all know that Pedro Pascal is in a Merge Mansion ad. Actually, he's in 2. So you guys probably remember I made a video on this channel about Merge Mansion in the past, and then I actually made a second one on my second channel that probably not all of you have seen, when they got Kathy Bates to play the live action version of the grandma in their ads. If you don't know, Merge Mansion is like this home gardening fixer-upper type game where you inherit an old mansion, I think, and you're like upgrading it and you're doing gardening and stuff like that. But then also all of the ads have this like murder mystery element to them, and I don't know if the game has that in it. I still refuse to play the game. I'm not gonna play it. I don't want these ads to work on me, all right? My mind is an impenetrable fortress today, okay? I'm not falling for these ads. I see ads like this where a company is trying something fun and exciting, trying to shove their game down my throat, and I say, no, I'm not falling for this advertisement. I'm gonna see a commercial for Coca-Cola and then drive to the gas station and make an impulse purchase like a normal person. Anyway, I'll show you the first of the ads now. It's called A Twisted Game.
Honestly, I don't even know where to start. On the surface, you've got this perfectly normal family.
Okay, so this ad introduces a new character to the Merge Mansion lore, which I am a little bit familiar with, honestly, more familiar than I would like. So what I know so far is that the granny has murdered somebody. I cannot figure out from the ads who she's murdered, and I don't think that it's even answered in these ads, honestly. She's murdered someone, and then her granddaughter, who is the younger woman character in this game, is like slowly uncovering clues to what's going on. Now we've got Pedro Pascal in here, and he's playing Detective Tim Rockford, and he's come in to try to crack the case open.
On the surface, you've got this perfectly normal family. A young girl, her grandmother. You know, this is apple pie America.
A girl and a grandma. That's apple pie America, baby. Nothing more American than a girl and her grandma. Sorry, Europeans. Sorry, anyone anywhere else in the world. Actually, I don't know why I singled out Europe. Sorry, anybody anywhere except for America. You can't relate to apple pie or grandmas. We made them up. And just like everything else in American culture, it is starting to kill people. Please help.
It's like everybody is hiding something.
There's no body, no smoking gun, just a lot of knives.
See, this is where it loses me. The whole ad is framed as a trailer for a not real movie or TV show where Pedro Pascal is trying to figure out what's going on inside this home. I'm not sure what this lady is. I think it's like maybe a true crime podcast, so now we're not only getting like an investigation into the case, but we're also getting someone to comment on it, and then you guys are also getting someone to comment on both of those things. I like the true crime podcast element to it, honestly. It adds a fun little flair to it. What confuses me most is like, what do you mean there's no body?
There's no body.
Can you please explain to me what the crime is that you guys are trying to solve? Was someone murdered or not? Who was it? Just say it one time in one of the ads. Say who was murdered.
No smoking gun, just a lot of knives.
No murder weapons, unfortunately, just a shit ton of knives. So unfortunately, nothing suspicious has been found yet. Just a freakish obsession with knives, and not cooking knives. These are knives that are sold to be weapons.
There's no body, No smoking gun, just a lot of knives.
The fact that she's like, there's no smoking guns, it's just knives, makes me think that by like no body, she also means like, we can't find a body. The only thing we found is this skeleton. Super confusing. I'm worried that people are gonna think that I'm like sponsored by Merge Mansion by keep continuing to make videos about Merge Mansion. I'm not, okay? I'm not gonna play this game. I would be lying if I said that my curiosity wasn't piqued at least a little bit by this ad, because I'm like, who died? Who died and how did they die? How is knives not evidence? There's knives everywhere. They find them on every surface in this house. That's not evidence? Is the investigation to figure out if there even was a crime? Can you call 911 to be like, hey, a crime happened. Can you come figure out what it is? I don't know. I feel like I've been victim to some sort of injustice. I'm not sure what, but there's knives everywhere. Please come. That'd actually be an insane new genre of YouTube videos. You've heard of BuzzFeed Unsolved? How about BuzzFeed Unfound? We haven't even found the crime yet, let alone solve it. Okay, here's the next ad. It's called Think Like a Grandma.
I was finally in, but still couldn't put the pieces together. What am I missing? Crime scene? Weapon?
You're missing a crime, I think. I still couldn't put the pieces together. What crime was I solving? What am I doing here? Who's this girl and this grandma? What is my job?
To catch a grandma, you have to think like a grandma.
Oh shit, okay, so that looks like some evidence there. A boiling pie? So maybe there was a crime committed, I admit it. Maybe somebody was murdered and then Granny made a pie out of him. Good old apple pie America, you know? You got loving granddaughter, murderous grandma, and pie grandpa. Nothing more American than that, baby. God bless America.
Think.
Another thing you'll notice is that Kathy Bates is not the grandma anymore. I don't know who that lady is, but that's not Kathy Bates. So they, I guess, could not afford to hire Kathy Bates and Pedro Pascal at the same time, which would be a pretty crazy collab. I guess it's probably not called collabs when it's like a movie or an ad. But this must be super confusing for the detective too. He gets pictures of all of the suspects and the grandma looks like Kathy Bates, and then he gets there and this is the grandma. He's like, okay, I was solving a murder, but now we have to solve like who you are. You shapeshifter. What are you?
Think. What would grandma do?
He doesn't know the crime yet. That's why he's saying, what would a grandma do? What sort of crimes would a grandma commit? Tax evasion? Turning her husband into a pie? Maybe they just live in a small town where literally nothing is going on. And so he's like, I'll put police tape up at some old lady's house and harass her. Sure, what the hell? Just try to figure out what crime she may have committed in her past. That's a cool little touch too, where it like turns into the video game graphics at the end there. And this is an homage to one of the earlier ads too that I covered in the first video. Anyway, either way, some pretty insane marketing. People have been talking about this nonstop, at least in my DMs, and I've seen people talking about it on Twitter too. And also this ad from 4 days ago has 7.4 million views, which is pretty crazy. All of their other ads have like maybe 20 to 60,000 views. So getting our boy Pedro in there really pushed the ad. Now, a lot of the discourse that I've seen around this ad, both in DMs and otherwise, have been people being like, there has to be something fishy going on. How did they get Pedro Pascal in their ad? How did this random shitty game get Pedro Pascal in their ad? For example, this TikTok.
The next time someone asks me what my favorite conspiracy theory is, I'm gonna tell them that I think the Merge Mansion is a money laundering operation. Because how the fuck can they afford an ad with Pedro Pascal in this day and age, in this economy?
Controversial opinion? They do make that much money.
Even Candy Crush didn't have that kind of money. What is going on?
Candy Crush for sure had that much money, and Merge Mansion also for sure has that much money, dude. I hate to break it to you, but mobile games make a shit ton of money. How much money does Merge Mansion make? Currently, the game earns more than $10 million per month from its players. So far, the game has bagged more than $160 million. So they make $10 million a month. How much does Pedro Pascal make? Okay, for The Last of Us, Variety reported that he earns $600,000 per episode. So I do hate to break it to you, but Merge Mansion definitely has enough money to hire Pedro Pascal without being a money laundering scheme, which a lot of people in the comments can attest to. This person said, listen, if you've played Merge Mansion and are addicted, you'll get it. They're constantly pushing buying things, but not enough for me to stop playing it. So they make a lot of money from their players, and I'm guessing based on the 7 million views they got on that ad by just posting it for free on YouTube, like they didn't even need to put it in the Super Bowl or anything, like I'm guessing that they're gonna get a good return on whatever investment. I mean, he makes $600,000 per episode of a TV show. I'm guessing they probably paid him less than that for a 1 minute long YouTube video. If you want a real conspiracy theory, here's a real conspiracy, dude. For The Last of Us, he earned $4.5 million. My conspiracy is that Pedro Pascal's actually a huge Merge Mansion fan. And while he made $4.5 million from The Last of Us, he spent $4.6 million on Merge Mansion upgrades. He's in immense debt to Merge Mansion, to the grandma herself perhaps even. And when Merge Mansion caught wind that Pedro Pascal is the owner of the account that owes them $4.6 million, they said, hey, listen, we'll wipe out all your debt for one measly little commercial. Actually, 2 measly little commercials. And what could Pedro say? But, okay, fine, I'll do it. I bet he took the job because it was funny. No, I bet they paid him. I bet he took the job because they paid him a shit ton of money, honestly. I like that, like, people's only 2 theories are like, this is a money laundering scheme, or he took it because he's funny. There's no way this game that makes hundreds of millions of dollars paid an actor to act. Danny Gonzalez is gonna have a field day with this. I mean, they're right, dude. I am over here having a field day. What's up, Greg? I hope you're all having a great day. Welcome back to my channel. This, of course, is another episode of I'm Radio Rebel. So I keep seeing clips from this movie popping up on TikTok. It's called Radio Rebel. It's a Disney Channel original movie. I'd never seen it before. I guess it was like a year or 2 after I stopped watching Disney Channel because I know who Debbie Ryan is. But apparently there's like a big trend on TikTok right now, or at least there was a couple days ago, where people will reenact the really strange faces and just like weird acting that Debbie Ryan does in this movie. So after seeing some of these TikToks, I was like, shoot, I gotta check out this movie, which I did. I watched the whole thing, and afterwards I was like, well, that was a big waste of time. And yeah, this is a new Greg hoodie. It's a nice spring-colored mint or turquoise, teal, however you want to call this color. It's a new hoodie. It's available on DannyGonzalez.store. There's also a similar colored t-shirt if you want to pick that up because you are worried about being too warm, or you want people to see your forearms. All right, well, without further ado, let's watch a Disney Channel movie.
Report cards came out today.
So the movie starts off by giving us a clip of Radio Rebel. It's this radio show run by a teenager named Tara. She runs an internet radio show that broadcasts all over Seattle. I don't know why it doesn't broadcast in other places because it's an internet radio show and not a real radio show. And she's honestly sort of the voice of her generation. Everyone at school listens to her. She's always giving these messages about being yourself and rejecting the status quo, which is kind of ironic because it's all run by the shyest kid in school, Tara. She's so shy, in fact, that she doesn't want anyone to know that she's Radio Rebel, not even her best friend.
You should talk to your stepdad. What? Why?
He runs Slam FM, the biggest radio station in Seattle. Maybe he could give you an internship. That'd be a confidence booster, right?
Are you kidding me? He's been married to my mom for, what, 2 months? And he probably thinks I'm a total step freak.
He thinks you're a step freak, but he's your stepdad. Wouldn't that also make him a step freak? I can't believe that my wife's daughter is now like partially related to me, and we're like a family now. What a fucking step freak. What a freak. How ballsy do you have to be to marry into a family and start calling people in that family a freak for being now related to you?
You need a relaxation technique. When I'm memorizing lines for drama, I imagine I'm breathing in the words.
What does that even mean?
You need to breathe your words.
How can you even breathe at a time like this?
Aggressive? So these are their friends. I forget what their names are, but that's such an aggressive way to enter a conversation when you see your friends at school. Just run up behind them and push them. Oh, hey, man. Hey, dude, good to see you. Good to see you, man. Oh, no. Oh, no. No, no, God, no! Why? Because you're my best friend.
Last night, Radio Rebel revealed the biggest clue yet about her identity. She goes to our school. She mentioned it at minute 14:30 in Tuesday night's podcast.
And these 2 dudes, along with the rest of the school, but especially these 2 dudes, are like obsessed with finding out Radio Rebel's true identity. They've got all these schemes and plans to try to figure out who she is. They analyze everything about her, and they have no idea that it's one of their best friends, Tara. On this particular day, in Tara's drama class, her class combines with another drama class because they're doing a big group project. So the other drama class comes in and they're all one big class now. And to Tara's surprise, her crush, Gavin, is in that class. But she's too scared to talk to him. So scared, in fact, she just leaves class. Instead of not talking to him and being shy in class, she's just gotta get out of there. How does the teacher not notice them just get up and leave the class? You can hear her talking in the background as Tara is leaving. Is the teacher just completely up against the board talking the entire time? All right, class, today we're gonna learn about whiteboards and how you have to stand really close to them in order to see anything on them. I really hope no one's leaving the class right now, but I have no idea. I really hope that when I turn around, there's still gonna be people in the class because I haven't looked at you guys for the past 20 minutes. So as Radio Rebel starts to get more and more popular, Tara's stepdad ends up hearing about Radio Rebel because he's actually the head of one of the most popular radio stations in Seattle. And he decides he wants to hire Radio Rebel. But first he wants like a teenager's opinion about it, so he goes to talk to his step freak, Tara. Damn, I can tell why Radio Rebel's so popular. She always plays such cool music.
So
this is good, right? I mean, here we are, we're hanging out, and we're listening to Radio Rebel, and together.
Together.
What happened? The music just stopped. Your stop?
And that rounds off the final set for my favorite local band. Now, here is an extra long track just for you guys. I hope you dig it.
She's Radio Rebel?
You're Radio Rebel?
That depends. Am I in trouble?
No, of course not. I don't know how you're doing that. I mean, you're so shy.
You're so shy. I mean, you're such a fucking nerd. I have no idea how you could have so much confidence when you're such a fucking loser. You dweeb-ass, step freak looking motherfucker. I don't know how you could possibly have a radio show. So he hires her.
You're hired.
By just saying you're hired, not really saying what she's hired for. And then he just leaves. He just books it. He slams the door behind him so she can't even ask any questions like, hired for what? He just says you're hired and runs away. You're hired! You're hired! You know, how you get a job. That's how getting a job works. Actually, now that I think about it, it kind of reminds me of how I got my first job. Oh shit! Oh shoot! No! What? Oh shoot! Oh, sorry, man. Did you just break my package? Yeah. Look, man, I'm really sorry. I did not mean to do that. I can pay you back if you want, or I can buy you a new package. You're hired. Huh? You're hired. You're hired. You start Monday. What? I don't know. Huh? You're hired. You're hired. Where? Oh God, yes, you're hired. Was this a job interview? Oh, fuck yeah. And that's how I started working at UPS. Then, of course, back in drama class, Tara gets put in the same group as her crush Gavin. And when Tara goes up to talk to Gavin, the chemistry is palpable.
Cool shirt. I love that band. You First rules. The G's can only dream of being that good someday.
The chemistry is palpable. You can palp it. It is able to be palped. The chemistry is Palpatine. Do it. Okay, here's a good scene. So in this scene, they're in gym class, I guess, and Tara is talking to her best friend, and her friend invites her over that night, but Tara has to do Radio Rebel. She has to do her show, so she can't. But since her best friend doesn't know about Radio Rebel, Tara just has to lie and say that she has to do something else. At least, I'm pretty sure that's what happens, but for the life of me, I cannot focus on the conversation they're happening because of all the weird shit going on in the background. I think this is supposed to be a gym class because everyone's outside playing and doing sports, but everyone is doing like drastically different stuff. In just this scene alone, you see people sitting, stretching, running, one lone dude playing soccer, jumping jacks, skipping, and football. Did their gym teacher that day just be like, I don't fucking care, just go outside and look like you're exercising. It doesn't even matter if you are, just look active. Just be wearing gym shoes and sit on the ground. I don't care. This is kind of a theme throughout the whole movie where the extras are just on some other shit. They're just not doing what they should be doing. I feel like there was a director for the movie and then there was a director for the extras, and the director for the extras just wanted to have fun with it. Okay, take this girl in the yellow hoodie, for example. Let's watch her for the entire scene and see what she's doing in gym class. Ugh, gotta stretch. Oh, it's my best friend Michelle. Hey Michelle, how's it going? High five. Oh yeah, I love you. Oh, another high five. Okay, that's different. You're my best friend now. Oh shit, I think I'm gonna puke. Look at me now, I'm wearing a hood. I'm hood girl, just kidding. It's still me. Oh hey, I think I'm gonna run with these people. I'm just kidding, I'm not. I would never do that. I would never run with those people.
Radio Rebel is shot in the arm that Slam FM needs. Since the last show that I produced with Snazzy Dog crashed and burned, there's a lot hinging on this, right? And including my job. No pressure, okay?
No pressure. I know you're just a shy teenager and you're nervous to talk to people and you're just intimidated by me even being your stepdad. But just so you know, the safety of my jobs is totally in your hands, and if you fuck up, we will both be homeless.
Okay, maybe I should play a song just to make sure I know how to. No. Bad practice.
How did she fuck up that much by pressing one button? Is there a button that just automatically plays a song and distorts the shit out of it and makes it sound horrible? Is there a button that does that? And if so, why? Why not just get rid of the button? All right, I guess I should practice first before I broadcast to millions of people. Let's try pressing the button that says, don't press this, it makes everything sound horrible. Oh no! It sounds horrible! I'm a failure!
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3.
So she starts her first Radio Rebel show on the actual radio station, like the very next day, right after she was hired, and somehow everyone is already listening. I don't know how everyone automatically knew that she would be on the radio and not on the internet anymore, but I guess they figured it out. But the show goes surprisingly well. Once she's in her element and she closes her room off so no one else can be in there, she's able to really get in character. You get to see everybody at her school listening and having a great time, except these two. These two are going insane. They're losing their minds. They're trying to analyze her voice and figure out which girl at their school it is, but it's not working because Tara's using a voice modulator that's making her voice sound different. They're not happy about it. They're going wild. They're becoming deranged. I worry about those boys.
Okay, if you're with me on this, wear red tomorrow. It'll be like saying that despite our differences, we're in this together.
And she gives this message at the end of her broadcast saying basically everyone should come together, not care about their social classes, and not be so divided. And she tells everyone if you're with her and if you support the message, wear red to school tomorrow. And just like that, pretty much everyone is wearing red the next day at school. Something that I've noticed in a lot of Disney movies that has not been my experience at all is that people in high school in these Disney movies are so fashionable. It's unbelievable. Everyone's dressed to the nines. I mean, everyone's got like, they're layered, they got cool outfits on, everyone's wearing hats. We weren't even allowed to wear hats in high school. I mean, this girl's wearing a fedora. There's a lot of fedoras in this movie, I would like to add. In my eyes, everyone at this school looks like the one person in high school that wore a suit to school every day that every high school inevitably has for some reason. I'd say that's about equivalent to like wearing a fedora to school and a vest. It's a similar thing.
Can you guys tell us apart?
You guys are fraternal, not identical.
Did someone in the background just go, red, bam, 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 bam? Just so excited about wearing red to school today. Red, bam, 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 bam.
We just ran a recording of Radio Rebel's show through a voice analysis app. Soon I'll be able to profess my undying love. We'll be famous. Right, we could get a reward.
How can you get a reward? No one's offering a reward. There's been no mention of a reward. Who would pay you? The police? They don't care. I don't think any like adult is going to pay a big chunk of money to find out the identity of a teenage girl. I really hope some grown-ass man's not sitting at home like, I will pay $20,000 for whoever brings me the girl. That would not be good. Later on, we see Tara practicing her drama class project with Gavin and Stacy, and we get to see some more good Debbie Ryan acting faces.
And Gavin's character doesn't know you like him. So, you're in agony. I need to see...
Now the school keeps confiscating our stuff.
I mean, I've lost 2 sets of headphones and an MP3 player just this term alone. Although I did notice that some of us seem to be exempt from this little stuff-snatching epidemic. Funny how that works, huh?
Why is that girl in a neck brace? Have we ever seen her before? I don't think she's a character in this movie. It's just a weird detail, but I don't know who that girl is.
Our music is who we are. Are we gonna let someone just snatch that away from us?
Why does it sound like she's trying to start like a school-wide mutiny because the teachers won't let them listen to MP3 players in class? That seems like such a weird stance for this movie to take, right? That kids should be allowed to listen to music during class? It really seemed like the moral of this movie was going one direction, like, hey, don't be afraid to be yourself, and we don't need to label each other like pops and non-pops, and then all of a sudden it was like, and we should be able to listen to music in class, and the teachers shouldn't be in charge, we should! Are we just gonna let them take away our iPods and our fucking Zunes? I say we stage a coup!
Here's a new song about, trying things you never thought you could. Check it out. Vibe it, really, really dig on it. And then, Remember that feeling?
Oh man. You know, I was starting to think this movie was like a little bit out of touch, but then I heard that cool kids lingo. Listen to this song, vibe it, really, really dig on it. Chew it, munch, munch, crunch it, throw it up, groove with it. Then she does another stunt like the whole wearing red thing, but instead she decides to directly disrupt class by telling everyone to just get up and start dancing at 8 a.m. the next morning, which everyone does. Even the teacher is getting down in this class. But the principal, the evil principal, doesn't like that. And she tells Radio Rebel to turn herself in or there will be consequences.
Radio Rebel, I advise you to turn yourself in now, or your future will be radio silent.
So instead of doing that, and instead of, you know, backing down and stopping her antics, she gets a girl who works at the radio station to drive a giant-ass van with big-ass speakers to the front of the school and just start blasting music during lunch.
What is going on?
Well, Marina can't complain about us disrupting class time because it's lunch.
What exactly is Radio Rebel trying to prove? She's like, oh, you don't think we should be able to listen to music in class because it's distracting to the one person listening to music? Well, how about instead, I distract everyone and make it impossible to get any work done. It's not only weird that a student would do this, but it's also weird that the radio station is going along with it. Like, what a weird thing for a radio station to get involved with. Like, purposely distracting students during school by driving a big-ass van with speakers to play music outside. There's also a little subplot in this movie where Gavin is sort of having issues with other members of the band, like the lead singer. The lead singer only wants to make party songs, but Gavin wants to have like a deeper message to his songs. And the lead singer's kind of getting a big head about the whole thing.
Since when do our fans determine what we play?
Price of fame, my friend.
1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3.
I have news.
We can't talk here.
Excuse me, could you give us a minute?
But this is my office.
That relatable high school moment when you kick the janitor out of the janitor's closet because you need to talk in the janitor's closet like you used to do in high school. Man, I miss high school. It was so fun to be so mean to the janitor. In the closet, Tara's best friend tells her that Radio Rebel just got nominated for prom queen. I did not know that you could nominate like a radio persona as prom queen, but I guess this high school just has different rules about a lot of things. And while they're talking, the janitor keeps knocking on the door because he needs to do his job, because he's the janitor, and they're in the janitor's closet.
Not now, Mr. Migowski.
But I need the broom.
Not now!
I need the dustpan, too.
But I need the broom. I need the dustpan, too. They made the janitor so, like, feeble. I just feel bad for him. Why did they make the main characters be so mean to the janitor? But the last time he comes in, he, like, doesn't even touch the door to open it somehow. It just busts open on its own.
These fucking kids talking in my closet. I'll show them.
I need the dustpan too. Kind of weird plot detail that they kind of just gloss over the fact that the janitor's a fucking wizard, but we'll just move past it. This is another weird scene. So Gavin is talking to the lead singer of the band, and they get in this whole fight because Gavin sort of has a crush on Tara now, and the lead singer of the band is like, that's bad for business, dude. She's not popular, and her dad owns the radio station. You can't like her. And you gotta stay single for the band, or something. But in this whole scene, they added in people yelling at them from like the background, like, oh, the G's are awesome, and hey, Gavin, you're so cool.
You don't even know her. Okay, I don't need to, and neither do you. Think of the band, man.
They just added in a bunch of stuff in the background, and it continues like while they're having the argument, and after they have the fight. There's still people in the background just being like, hey, I love you, dude, you're so cool. It's also really weird that neither of them acknowledge it. Like this whole shot where Gavin's just walking by himself and people are yelling at him. He doesn't say like, oh, thanks, man, or acknowledge anyone. Because they added all this in afterwards. Just like a really weird editing choice. Yo, Gavin, you're the coolest, dude. Holy shit, Gavin, I love your music, man. You're like a god. Gavin, fuck me.
Principal Moreno called. The lunchtime dance party, that was a mistake. I may run Slam FM, but I'm your stepfather first.
I'm your stepfather first, and you're my step freak first.
This is bigger than Slam, or Marino, or even me. I can't turn my back on the thousands of people who finally feel like they have a voice.
You know, I think that's the most that I've ever heard Tara say at one time. in 2 minutes.
Wait, what? So he's just okay with it now? He was like, whoa, 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 you need to reel it in, okay? You can't have dance parties funded by the radio station at school, super irresponsible, and you're gonna get expelled. And then 2 seconds later, he's like, all right, you can cause a ruckus at school and get expelled and overthrow your teachers and do whatever the fuck you want. As long as you're coming out of your shell a little bit. I am very much questioning the motives of this movie. What are we supposed to learn from all this? And coolest movie moments of all time? I don't know. Think it's a contender. So Radio Rebel keeps causing a ruckus at school, and the principal's not having it because she can't figure out who Radio Rebel is and she's not coming clean. So she decides to punish everyone by canceling the prom.
I'm canceling the prom.
Which of course makes everyone pissed at Radio Rebel because they're like, you ruined our whole year. We all want to go to prom and now we hate you. But then Tara comes up with this idea where the radio station can just host their own prom and everyone can come for free, and they decide to call it MORP because it's prom backwards. And it got me thinking a lot about prom and like high school dances in general. I remember in high school thinking that those were fun, but also like, why do they do that in high school? Why is the teacher's job to like teach the kids and then also throw a dance party for the kids? Why is that part of the teacher's job? It just seems weird. Like, who was the first teacher that decided to have a prom that was like, I'm sick of teaching these kids day in and day out. Like, when do I get to see these teens dance? When do I get to watch these teens dance to Get Low?
You caught me sneaking out the back. Daddy chased me down the street.
Daddy, chase me down the street. Oh yeah, Daddy. Oh yeah, Daddy, chase me down the street. This movie's got a couple fun, like, musical moments because they got this dope-ass band, the G's, in here, so they have a couple of their songs played throughout the movie. And they pretty much crushed most of their performances, despite the fact that the frontman plays the bass guitar, but seems to think that it's a regular guitar. Later on, it's time for the drama class to perform their big presentations that they've been working on this whole semester. But right beforehand, Stacy says she needs to talk to Tara, but ends up just pushing her in the janitor's closet and locking her in there.
Have you guys seen Tara? She's late.
Move on already. Pay attention to Stacy.
You're turning into a real jerk. You know that, don't you?
Me?
Yeah.
Whoa, dude. Me changing? Me wearing this gray camo scarf, a blazer, and a flannel fedora. You think I've changed? He does have a point, actually, kinda, because everyone at their school dresses like that. I think the scarf and the hat is a little bit much. Pick one.
We have to tell Mrs. Brower we can't do our scene.
No. Stacy DeBane is not a quitter. I'm not gonna fail this assignment just because Tara's a no-show.
Why would they fail the project just because one of the students didn't show up? Wouldn't they like reschedule it or something? Or try to find this missing student? All right, it's MORP time. Time for the big MORP. Time for everybody to get MORPed. As I'm sure you could have guessed, Radio Rebel wins prom queen. Or sorry, MORP queen. It's not prom, it's MORP.
Radio Rebel!
But like, rigged much? Radio Rebel literally works for the radio station that is throwing MORP. Doesn't anyone think it's weird that she won MORP queen? Just saying, I'd look into it.
Most of you don't know me. I'm the girl who sits in the back of the class.
And at the very end here, Tara reveals herself to be Radio Rebel.
I'm Radio Rebel.
Then the principal comes on stage, somehow she snuck in, and she tries to expel Tara for being Radio Rebel. But then everyone in the audience does that thing that they do at the end of movies where they all stand up for her and everyone's like, I'm Radio Rebel.
I'm Radio Rebel!
I'm Radio Rebel!
No, I'm Radio Rebel!
Until eventually everyone is shouting that they're Radio Rebel and the principal just has to leave. I don't know, why doesn't she think it's Tara anymore though? Tara is obviously Radio Rebel. Like, why, did she really get confused by everyone saying that they're Radio Rebel and she's like, oh fuck, no, I have no idea who it is. After Tara gave like the long monologue about how she's Radio Rebel. Damn, well I guess they really did overthrow the principal. That's the big ending of the movie, they did it. The principal is gone. I don't know if she'll ever come back. Anyway, at the end of the day, it's a Disney Channel movie, so what did you expect? There's a nice message in there somewhere about being yourself, and I feel like if I was in high school and I watched this and I was shy, I feel like maybe I would get something out of it and feel like it's okay to overthrow the principal. But that's the end of the movie. I hope you guys liked it. It was kind of fun doing a Disney Channel movie. I feel like maybe I should do more of these, so let me know if there's any other Disney Channel movies you want me to watch. I feel like everybody knows them, so it's kind of fun to relive the experience. But that being said, it is now time to talk about today's sponsor, ExpressVPN. Guys, this video is sponsored by the homies over at ExpressVPN. Y'all know I can't get enough of ExpressVPN. Not only does it give you all the great possibilities of a VPN, like unblocking content that's not available in your area, giving you more security online, giving you more anonymity online, but it's not just a good VPN, it's the best VPN, being consistently ranked #1 by sites like The Verge, TechRadar, CNET, and more. Many more. I personally just realized that while only seasons 1 through 4 of Better Call Saul are available on Netflix in the US, if you switch your location to the UK using ExpressVPN servers, suddenly you can watch season 5. So I did. And it was good. And that's just one example. There's countless examples of different shows and videos that you can unlock by switching your location using ExpressVPN. They've got a ton of different server locations. They've got 24/7 customer support. They've got the fastest speeds, which you'll find is especially important if you're trying to stream video. And it couldn't be easier to use. I would think that using a VPN would be very annoying if you had to like go through all these menus and stuff to use it every time and it was overly technical. But with ExpressVPN, all you have to do is just select a server location, press connect, and bada bing, bada boom, bada bong, bada bang, you're using it. So find out how you can get 3 months for free by visiting the link in the description. That's expressvpn.com/Danny Gonzalez. That's expressvpn.com/Danny Gonzalez. I know how to spell. Thank you to ExpressVPN for sponsoring this video, and thank you to you guys for checking out ExpressVPN. All right, thanks again for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Again, if you want to get one of these hoodies, go to DannyGonzalez.store. The link is in the description for that. If you guys like this video and you're new here, make sure you subscribe and turn on my notifications to join Greg. Greg is what I call my fan base or my subscribers or whatever you want to call him. I call him Greg. Thank you, Goose Goose, for turning on my notifications. You are truly Greg. I'll see you guys next time with a really interesting video where I get stuck inside my hoodie and I can't get out and I'm trapped in there for the whole video. Bye. This video is over now. Go find something else to watch, or just watch this video. I know we had a lot of fun, but you can't stay on this end screen forever. This video is over now, so why are you still watching this?
Are you getting strangled?
Danny, I feel like it's choking you.
Is there gonna be an actual useful life hack in this video?
What's up, Greg? The title is correct. I'm going to be testing Troom Troom's kidnapping life hacks. If you remember in my last video about Troom Troom, I mentioned that they have videos on how to survive being kidnapped.
I'm being kidnapped!
That is real. This is a real thing that exists. Troom Troom, the channel that created this.
Oh boy.
And recommended putting leaves in your hair to look like Billie Eilish, is now claiming to be able to help you finesse your way out of one of the worst situations you could ever be in your life. The videos are bad.
Gotcha, girly!
And the advice is, I think, bad, but I can't be sure. That's what I'm most curious about. I want to try out some of these life hacks and see if they actually work. So that's what I'm going to be doing in today's video. Let's watch these videos, pick out a few of the most promising techniques, if there are any at all, and then we're going to try them. Okay, this first video is called I Was Kidnapped Survival Hacks That May Save Your Life. The video starts out with these two crooks, these two criminal masterminds, scheming a way to kidnap a girl. So kind of a fun, goofy way to start a video. I like that they cut out holes in these ski masks, even though there was obviously already a hole on the other side for their eyes. Hey, I'm sorry. Is the narrator on the kidnapper's side? Great job, Martin, you did it. That's a felony. What an awful thing to do to someone. What a truly traumatizing experience for this young lady. Great job, dude. I hope that no one would ever watch this video for serious advice, but imagine like you're kidnapped and somehow you get the chance to like watch one video on how to escape and you come across this one and it's like on the kidnapper's side.
That's genius, Kevin.
It's like, all right, thanks for clicking on this video, guys. We're gonna teach you how to escape from your kidnappers, but real quick, let's go ahead and take a second to appreciate all the hard work the kidnappers put into getting you here. Let's give it up for the kidnappers, guys. They outdid themselves on this one. Okay, step number 1, give the kidnappers everything they want, and maybe they'll let you go. See you guys next time. Bye. Boring? You're in a dungeon, dude. Have a little sense of urgency. Look, I'd be scared enough being kidnapped, but come to find out that kidnappers have a dungeon? I would be about 1,000 times more worried when I find out they have a dungeon in the basement. This is definitely not their first rodeo. They've definitely been planning this for a while. But this girl's just like, oh, let me out of this dungeon. Not because it's scary, it's just kind of lame in here. The girl finds herself in a very lucky predicament. Well, I shouldn't say that. But all things considered, I'd say that this is pretty lucky. One of the kidnappers is playing with matches right next to the dungeon doors. It seems like this life hack is going to entirely bank off of this happening, which I don't know, I can't say firsthand how common this is, but I gotta imagine it's not super common that your kidnappers will just leave you alone with matches.
Oh, run!
Okay. I think that this would be a good one to test. Using toe socks, you pick up the match off the floor, you strike it against the wall, which this girl is sitting nowhere near, so I don't know how she did that. She's got really long legs. And then one of this life hack is wear toe socks at all times. This video kind of makes it seem like getting kidnapped is just like having a weird Tuesday or something like that. Like this girl is almost hanging out with the kidnappers and being kind of buddy-buddy with them. God, you know what? I think that's the scariest thing these kidnappers have done the entire time. Holy shit. All right, stay put in this bed. Okay, I'm just gonna sit here.
Right, you got it!
Like that might have been like a translation error or something. Oh my God, this room is so scary. It's full of criminals. Look at all those criminals. All right, sir, did you get a good look at the man who robbed your store? Yeah, I got a pretty good glance at him right before he ran off. He had sort of like a gunmetal gray face and like gunmetal gray skin. He had sort of like an L figure to him, and his trigger was on the bottom half of his body. Wait, his trigger? I could definitely tell by the look in his barrel. He was up to no good. Wait, are you talking about a gun? Huh? A gun. Like this? Ah, he's back! Guys, guns don't kill people. Criminals kill people. And criminals are guns. Okay, that's really funny. That's actually hilarious that their parents would also be wearing ski masks and that they'd be wearing ski masks as babies. That's actually a really funny joke. I like that a lot. Turns out, I guess, even as babies, they were still guns.
Nice joke!
Did you like our kidnapping sketches?
What? Yeah. I guess she enjoys her time with the kidnappers so much that even though she's got to bounce, she still wanted to show her appreciation for them kidnapping her. So she sends them a brand new TV. What the hell, dude? Do they know what kidnapping is? I feel like that might be the most out of touch video in the whole world. Here's another video called Survival Hacks That May Save Your Life. Pretty much the same premise at the beginning. It's a girl who gets kidnapped by two men.
Quick! Throw her in the trunk!
They put her in a car, they drive off, but eventually they start having car troubles, so they get out of the car. And Troom Troom, ever the opportunist, offers this as a little life hack.
What's Emily doing? She's not one to give up easily. Is the car stopped? She's going to find a way out. It's now or never. Good thing her hands aren't tied. The door isn't even locked. Ha! Well, the bandits are trying to fix the car. She needs to make a break for it.
Yep, so that life hack was just get out of the car. Hey, if you're kidnapped in a car, just get out of the car. It's that easy. If you're kidnapped in the car will break down and the door will be unlocked, so just get out and leave. They're legally not allowed to chase you.
It seems like Emily has really annoyed the bandits. They mean business this time. They have chains. But Emily watches Troom Troom and knows a life hack. Breathe in and tense all of your muscles while you are being tied up. Now she can relax and exhale. Look at that gap between the chains.
Oh, okay, that's interesting. Maybe I'm naive, but that sounds like that could work, right? And when I say it sounds like it could work, I guess what I really mean is that sounds like something that someone who's not Troom Troom would tell you, and so I'm more inclined to believe it. So yeah, I can test that. I just need some chain and some rope and a friend to tie me up.
Just enough room to get out. Arrivederci, losers!
Damn, that was savage. Trying to quietly escape from your kidnappers.
Arrivederci, losers! Snap! He grabbed Emily. She has the perfect self-defense move for this situation, though. She grabs his chin with one hand and pulls his neck sharply with the other.
Whoa! Okay, this lighthearted video got very dark, very fast. And if all else fails, go ahead and try this. Kill your captors. Kill them. It's the only way you can escape. Oh, he got back up. Never mind. He's okay. But what is that supposed to do? Is that real advice? Snap their neck? I mean, doesn't that kill someone? What would that actually do? I'm not gonna try that. I'm not gonna try that on a real human person, but does that kill people?
This girl's walking to her car, not suspecting a thing. Boo! Finding yourself in a car with an attacker is terrifying. If he grabs your scarf and starts strangling you, there's nowhere to go. Or you can quickly tear off the scarf. While the attacker is stunned by your agility, push the seat backwards to crush him and run as fast as you can for help.
Push the seat backward to crush him. I like the confidence of that. I'm just imagining how slowly my car seat, you know, goes back. How much force I would have to put into throwing it back to crush someone. But I guess it's worth a shot.
The secret of the scarf is simple. Sew some Velcro to the end.
My thing is, I feel like the scarf is a bit of a catch-22. Well, first off, do you have to wear the scarf all the time then, whenever you're getting in the car? Just in case there's someone in the back and they try to strangle you? But I feel like it's a bit of a catch-22 because if you're wearing the scarf, sure, you can escape pretty easily, right? Because you can just peel off the Velcro and then crush them and then make a break for it. But let's say you're not wearing the scarf, then they can't strangle you at all. Then they won't strangle you in the first place. So I guess maybe you want to be wearing the scarf to lure them into thinking they can strangle you. Then you pull it off. Then you absolutely shatter their whole skeletal structure with your seat. And then you break out into a mad dash. This one seems pretty fun, and it seems like a craft, which I like, so I'm gonna try it.
Are you tied up with Scotch tape?
No, it's duct tape.
Perfect. Raise your hands.
It's duct tape. It's not Scotch tape.
Strain yourself and make a sharp swing. The tape breaks easily. The tape breaks easily.
What? Wait. Does that work? What were the steps? Straighten yourself and make a sharp swing. And that's gonna break the tape? Hiya! I'm free! Bet you didn't see that coming. No, of course I didn't. How could I have? That makes no sense to my eyes. You wizard. How did you do that? How could that possibly work? Maybe it means like this, maybe? I don't know. I gotta try it. Yeah, I'm gonna be trying that.
Arrivederci. Are you getting strangled?
Yeah. These videos are so weird, dude. There's another one where at the end, she buys her captors a PlayStation.
That was so cool of her.
Are these written by kidnappers? Trum. Are you kidnappers? Is this like subliminal messaging? Okay, welcome to the crafting corner. I've got a couple things to craft before my big day tomorrow. It's currently 11 p.m. Tomorrow I'm going to shoot the testing of the life hacks, which means I need to do the crafting right now. First things first, we need to make a ski mask. They didn't have a ski mask at the Walmart I went to. They just had a plain black beanie. So I'm gonna be turning this into a ski mask. Smells like Walmart in here. All right, let's make some eye holes. Not exactly even, I'd say, but since when are criminals good at arts and crafts? Maybe this is more authentic. Give me your self, I guess. I'm a kidnapper, not a robber. Give me your, get in the car. I'll just cut me a mouthpiece, and we'll be good to go. And this should be good. Okay, I do feel like I perhaps made the mouth hole a bit too big. Now my eyes are exactly in the wrong place somehow. I did it perfectly wrong, it seems. We can just pull it down like so. There's... I think these little black fuzzies are floating around. I inhaled one. All part of my dastardly criminal backstory, I suppose. That's really in my throat. Okay, this looks awful. Can I just do this? No. Alright, well that's... Oh god, get out of my throat! Alright, I looked at Target, I looked at Kohl's, I looked at Walmart. None of them had toe socks. So I gotta make my own. Because if I don't have a toe sock on, then I'm not gonna be able to pick the match up off the floor unless I'm barefoot, and I'm not gonna be barefoot, alright? I'm not gonna walk around with shoes on without socks, and I'm definitely not gonna expose my bare feet on camera for free for you sickos. So, toe sock. Now I'm thinking I can just kind of make one cut just to separate my big toe from the rest, because I feel like that's really all I need to get a good pinch. So, okay, let's make a little snip righty. This is kind of what I'm thinking. You likey? Whoa, why is it cut in the middle like that? It looks like it's cut in the middle, but I cut it right next to my big toe. Is that how big my big toe is compared to all my other toes? You guys will never know. Damn. I'm gonna pull up to the shoot tomorrow looking like a hooved creature. Looking like a centaur. All right, we got some fabric glue. Yeah, I kind of said F hot glue today. I'm not trying to get burnt. After nearly suffocating on that black piece of fuzz, I think I've been through enough. I'm not trying to get burnt by hot glue. You know what, to be honest, I don't know why I've never used this before to do Troom crafts. I don't know why they never use this. It's glue that is made for fabric, and it's not boiling hot. That is a tiny nozzle. Is this open? Do I gotta open it? No, it's good. All right, come on out, Daddy-o. Come on out. Avast, come on out. Oh. Oh, I probably gotta cut the tip off, don't I? Wow. The tip was closed. I had to cut the tip off. Doy. All right, so that's just gonna stick together real nice and pretty like. Scarf time. This one should be easy. I'm not even tripping about this one. I'm definitely gonna want the cut to be in the middle, right? Because I'll be wanting to wear the scarf like this. So is this how people wear scarves? Yes, the answer is yes. Okay, so we're just gonna cut it in half. And now I've got Velcro. So that, oh, it's already sticking. We'll just smush that down like that. All right, well, I hope it all sticks. We'll find out. All right, guys, we're here in the creepy kidnapping location. I've got my kidnapper here, Nick. He is my assailant. He is currently assailing me. Real quick, we're gonna run through some of these kidnapping life hacks, but first we gotta get this location ready. So first, Nick, can you please put on the kidnapping uniform?
Yeah, you okay? Should I do the... Okay.
However a kidnapper would do it, man. Yeah. So just put it on correctly and then we should be good to go.
Did you test this on yourself? Or?
So the only other thing that we have to do to get this space ready is what every good kidnapping layer has. Criminals.
Oh.
This is a criminal.
Okay.
There's criminals everywhere!
What are we doing? Why is the mouth hole so big?
I thought that's how big your mouth was. Do you want to take that off?
Yeah, I was gonna say, is it necessary? Did I need to put this on before?
I just feel like the viewers aren't gonna understand what's going on if you're not wearing that. Yeah, you can wear it like that. That's fine.
Oh, okay. So yeah, you're just gonna like sort of strike it against the wall.
Yeah. Go ahead and zip tie me like a kidnapper would.
Okay. Do you want me to just do one around the wrist or like?
I don't know. How was it in the video? Were you paying attention?
Get a little thought bubble back up here so I can rewatch it in my head. Got nice skin for a YouTuber.
What does that mean? The YouTuber's not usually? Actually, yeah, I'm looking at your skin. It's scaly. It's covered in scales.
Okay, how do we feel about this situation?
Honestly, I feel pretty trapped right now. If you were really kidnapping me, you would feel like this is sufficiently like I'm fucked.
Yeah, I'd feel like.
So you play your little flicky game.
Okay, I'm gonna do a little bit of like a flag football situation.
And I'm just sort of sitting here scheming my absolute mastermind plan to get out of this hellhole. Actually, this is good. There's one right here, right by my feet. See this? You gotta pretend to get called away, or are you done playing your little match game? Ah! What a weird kidnapper. You threw one into my hands. I don't even need the toe socks now.
Ew.
Do you like that?
Couldn't you grab it with your hand? Like you have two free hands, like lean over and try to grab. You remember when I handed one to you? You're holding it in your hand. Try leaning over and grabbing one with your hand real quick. Yeah, like that. You could just walk over to the wall and do it here.
I feel like I'm not tied up right. I shouldn't be able to just reach over and grab one.
Wasn't that how she was tied up in the video?
I guess it was. Huh. All right, let me just see if I can pick it up with my foot, because I put in all the effort of making these toe socks.
It's so gross, dude. I don't know why anyone would want to watch this.
Oh!
Yeah, now you just have to light it.
Dude, I feel like that might actually work. It's making kind of a match sound. Let's pretend like it didn't fall out of my toes.
I don't even think you can do it with your hand.
That sounded like it was lighting though.
That's what it sounds. It's always gonna sound like that. That's what it sounds like when you scratch something. That doesn't mean it's gonna light. Oh, I smell it though. You smell that?
That means it's working.
I just punch you in the face. I don't even think you can do it with your. Oh Jesus.
All right. Okay. All right.
Well, we could try it as if I played the game and then just drop the matchbox in front of you, and you could try to use one foot to drop down the box.
Yeah.
I'll kind of stand here so these guys don't.
Try to cause any trouble.
Hey, you guys playing the toe match game with me?
No.
I love that game.
Get lost, dude. These are ours.
So at this point in the kidnapping, the guy who is still gone in the other room.
Yeah, he's got like a long thing. He has a long commitment.
Oh, he had like a quinceañera or something.
I guess yeah, he has a quinceañera. All right, this time I'm getting it. I've got a really good.
Oh, it's on fire!
Wait, it is?
Get it,
holy shit! Oh my god, I can't believe I did it.
If I can keep the flame alive.
I'm not getting a lot of melting action. Can you feel the zip tie? Is it hot?
The other side.
Is it hot?
Not at all.
What's that? No, we're just trying a stupid life hack. Yeah.
What do you mean by that? That's the best way to be?
Yeah, trying out weird life hacks is?
Yeah, I guess he's saying that's the best way to be. Is like he wishes rather than whatever he's doing right now, he'd rather be trying out weird life hacks.
Should I invite him over here?
No, yeah, if you want to step over there.
It cuts to him wearing the beanie. Oh shit, dude. This is
closer to your hand.
Oh!
God damn it.
Dude, matches smell like shit. Let's go. Dude, it's gonna work. Oh, fuck. Ow. Kind of feel like molten plastic went flying into my wrist, but...
Yeah, it sort of looks like it came out of the side, too.
Yeah. Well, I'd say that pretty much confirms that this could work, wouldn't you? For this one, I'm actually gonna make it kind of a surprise how I'm gonna escape.
Okay.
But what I'm gonna need you to do is just tie me up like she's tied up, okay? Okay. And I'm going to escape.
Okay. This is just our regular hangout. We always do this stuff. So what's going on over here? Do you mind if I ask you what you're doing over there?
Tie me up!
Okay. I'll do a double. You think I should do a double? Hey, you think I should do a double?
Did the kidnapper usually ask the kidnappee how it should be done? Oh my god.
You okay?
I'm kidnapped. Of course I'm not okay. I'm scared.
I don't really know how to tie that tight of a knot.
You know how to do a square knot?
No, I actually don't. What's a square knot? Is that just a normal knot?
It's kind of knot you'd tie, you fucking square.
Okay, cool, yeah. I think I got it.
Okay, you ready for this shit?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I mean, you did it. You got out.
That's right, Nick. While you were tying me up, I breathed in and held my breath with my chest out, and I tensed all my muscles.
Yeah, I heard you. I feel like you could have gotten out if I just tied you normally like that, because it's just a chair. Like, I feel like it was pretty... I also feel like if you just stood up, the rope would have sort of just come off of it.
You know, why don't I tie you up?
Do you want me to breathe in?
No, do it the way that you say it can work, where you just be normal, okay?
Okay,
In fact, breathe out. Now I got a secret for you, Buster. I know how to tie a square knot.
Oh, so that wasn't just a joke you were making?
No, it is a real type of knot.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the kind of knot you would tie. You fucking square.
Jesus. Oh. Ooh. No, I just stood up. It just sort of...
Yeah, but now you're still tied up. Look at you. Oh. So I guess like if you're tied up, just stand up and leave. Arrivederci, losers!
What did she say?
She walks away and she says, Arrivederci, losers!
Is that like a... What's arrivederci mean?
No, arrivederci means like bye, right?
I don't know, that's why I asked.
Alexa, what does arrivederci mean?
The intersection of arrivederci is usually defined as until we see each other again.
Did you know that was gonna happen?
There's always an Alexa, dude.
Oh, it's just on the wall. Did you know that was there?
Okay, for this one, we need to be outside, and we're gonna use this car. I'll show you the...
What's that?
This is, I always wear this. Basically, what you're gonna try to do is you try to strangle me like that, okay?
Strangle you with, like,
I think it's by her, she's also wearing a scarf, just coincidentally. So I guess you can just use that to try to strangle me.
There's rope inside. We could, like, grab the rope inside and I could strangle you with that.
I think that if you were really gonna try to kidnap me, I don't think you would bring the rope. I think you'd just probably wait for me to see if I'm wearing a scarf. I think you'd probably just wait. I think you'd probably bank on me having a scarf.
Yeah, no, okay.
Danny, I feel like it's choking you. It's up.
Danny, I'm pulling pretty hard. Oh my gosh.
Okay, now I crush his bones. So the life hack says that the next thing I do is I'm supposed to crush you with
But you don't have a manual C, so you just have to like...
No. Can you just sit there?
Yeah, I just thought we were still in character, so I sort of moved out of the way because I didn't want to...
Do you feel like immobilized, at least?
I mean,
I'm gonna get out of the car, you try to chase me, see how long it takes you to come after me.
Okay.
Arrivederci, loser! I feel like that kinda worked.
I felt like I was choking you for a while there, like.
Yeah, you were.
Are you tied up with Scotch tape?
Is she?
No. That's completely duct tape.
Perfect. Raise your hand.
No. Not perfect.
The tape breaks easily. The tape breaks easily. Your hands are free.
So what do you think?
So that's why you rented out this garage, is for you to put duct tape on your arms and do a sharp swing?
It's all about ambiance, dude. You think I shouldn't have rented out a garage just to test these life hacks that I could have done in my living room?
No, yeah, that's actually what I was saying just now.
All right, so what I'm gonna need you to do is just like I would say just one quick go around my hand.
I can't really see, I'm sort of, because it's sort of like touching my eyes, so I'm just gonna sort of...
You're like blinded. Now here's another life hack. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead, kidnapper. Put it around my wrists.
Okay.
Perfect. That's both my wrists. So the instructions were straighten yourself and make a sharp swing.
It was, hold on, it wasn't straighten yourself, it was, what was the word?
It was straighten yourself.
No, it was like,
Straighten yourself.
strain yourself.
Strain yourself?
You dumbass.
What the hell? What does that mean?
It means like get tight. No. Maybe if you smack your hands hard enough against this part of the chair,
then I'll break my wrist and still be trapped.
Both your elbows need to go out to your sides like this.
Okay.
And in your head, Danny, in your head, you need to be thinking there's no other outcome besides the fact that my elbows are gonna be back here. Even if your arms break or your wrists break or something breaks or you hurt yourself or you know, you're crying or you start bleeding, you have to put the elbows back.
Okay, I'll do it.
Okay.
Strain myself. No regrets, no going back. We're getting out of this pickle.
Yeah.
Give me a countdown.
3, 2, 1. Oh!
What?
You did it!
Wait, that actually worked. Dude, I thought that was total bullshit.
Guess I know what I'm doing. Or they do, I guess.
Yeah. Wait, did you make that video?
What's up?
I'm like amazed that that worked. Can we try it with 2 layers of duct tape? I mean, Scotch tape?
I think to make it work, we also need to duct tape your ankles together.
What the fuck?
It worked!
Oh my god! Dude, I legit brought actual Scotch tape because I was like, there's no way the duct tape will break, so we'll have to try it with actual Scotch tape.
Dude, you know what has to happen now? We gotta go triple A.
Alright, we can go triple layer, but that's as far as I'm willing to go. Is there gonna be an actual useful life hack in this video?
I mean, I have a feeling that you're gonna get duct taped up on the wrists when you get kidnapped. They're not just gonna like do 3 layers and then stop.
I feel like 3 layers is a pretty normal amount. Like, I feel like I wouldn't think someone would be able to just kind of weasel their way out of this one.
Yeah, and I guess if you have a budget kidnapper too.
So in the video, they're holding me for ransom because they want a TV.
Okay, so they sort of. Oh my god! And it's such a clean cut too.
Yeah, I know. It looks like I cut it with scissors. Ow, and my wrist hurts so bad after all this.
Oh!
Whew. Guys, testing those life hacks was a lot of work. It was rough. It was tough, and it was kind of dangerous. And as we all know, when you're running around doing something crazy, being kind of a goofball, you're at risk of dropping your phone and shattering it into 100,000 pieces. Which is why I'm glad that for that whole operation, my phone was protected by a Rhino Shield phone case. That's right, this video is sponsored by Rhino Shield. If you don't know Rhino Shield, they make extremely protective phone cases, but not only that, they're sleek and they've got a ton of cool looking designs. They've sent me a ton of cool cases and I've been switching up which case I've been using from like week to week, but I've been using this one quite a bit. It's their carbon fiber case. And they've got like standard case designs, but they also have collaborations with huge brands like the NBA, NASA, Pac-Man, League of Legends, and a ton of other big names. They've got their modular Mod NX cases, which allow you to customize the like bumper of the phone case with a different backplate. So let's say you're rocking this NBA case, and then later on you decide, you know what? I actually don't like basketball anymore. I like space. You can pop it out, put in a NASA backplate, and now you're just as protected and just as stylish. Beyond the collaborations, they of course have a ton of cool in-house designs. This box one, for example, is quite cute. But on their website, you can also create custom cases using photos that you upload or text. I've got this cool Greg one. Or you can just keep it simple with a black carbon fiber or leather case. They've got protection for every side of your phone. They've got cases for the back and the sides. Their 3D impact screen protector protects the whole front of your phone. And they even have tempered glass camera lens protectors for the lenses on the back of your phone. They ship worldwide and you can get free shipping for qualified orders. They have a lifetime replacement warranty for their phone cases. And they're available for all iPhones, even the new one, and many Android flagship phones. So if you want to pick up one of their cases or one of their other products like an Apple Watch case or an AirPods case, then use my code Danny for 20% off in the first week of this video and 10% after that at the link in the description. That's code Danny for 20% off in the first week and 10% after that with the link in the description. Thank you to Rhino Shield for sponsoring this video, and thank you to you guys for checking out Rhino Shield. Bye! What's up, Greg? Welcome back to another episode of The War is Won. So a lot of you might not know this if you don't follow me on Twitter, which you should, but the last week and a half of my life has been just filled with unnecessary drama. It all revolves around the video that I posted last week about Billion Surprise Toys. If you watched the video that I posted last week, you probably remember me saying something like, Billion Surprise Toys has been taking down every video that people make about them. Every single video they've been taking down because they don't like what people are saying, they're turning them into a meme, but for some reason they hadn't taken down my video that I made about Billion Surprise Toys. So I made sure to brag about that. So I posted that video last week, everybody was loving it, the critics were raving, the reviews were great. Most importantly though, people agreed with me that they did Papa very, very dirty. They just straight up replaced him with this new stepdad whose name is probably Chad. I was actually getting really good feedback on the song that I made in that last video too, which is very surprising to me because I just sort of made that as a joke, but people seem to be legitimately emotionally moved by that song. So I'm sorry if it made you sad, but you know what? It is sad. It is sad, and I miss Papa. Also, a lot of people were trying to tell me that this new stepdad was Papa, and he just shaved. To that, I would like to argue, unless Papa's really been in the gym lately, and his hairline changed, it's not Papa, alright? Papa's the doctor now. We saw that in the video. You'll also notice while I'm explaining all of these things, I'm not using any footage from Billion Surprise Toys. I'm not even gonna use any pictures from Billion Surprise Toys. And that's because of what I'm about to tell you next. If you don't follow me on Twitter and you got a chance to watch the video right when I posted it last week, then you probably don't know this, but Billion Surprise Toys took down that video. They copyright claimed it and actually didn't take it down, they just had it blocked in all countries. So I don't know what the difference is, but the video wasn't deleted, it just said blocked in all countries. So I guess if you don't live in a country, then you could watch it. And guys, this is where the drama really began. I mean, I guess I couldn't be that upset about the video getting taken down because I was just boldly bragging in my video about how they totally missed the last video that I made about them. I was shit talking them and they didn't take down that video. So I got a little bit cocky, I bragged about it. So I sort of felt like, okay, that's fair. I mean, that makes sense. But the funny thing is, even though they took down that video, they still didn't take down the original video, the one that I was bragging about, and that one has way more views. It's got like over 2 million views. It's one of my most viewed videos now. But I think the real reason they took down this video in particular is because they were worried that Step Papa was now going to become a meme and they would have to replace him too with someone even more ripped and hot. If that's even possible. I also took just the little song, the music video at the end of the video, and I posted that on Twitter, and it was doing really well, and then they removed it from Twitter also, which really sucks, because it was one of my most liked tweets. Here's the thing though, when you upload someone else's works to YouTube, if you just straight upload a movie or a TV show or a music video, a song, something like that, the person who owns that totally has the right to take down the video unless it falls under fair use, which is like a legal thing. I don't really know what it means. I just know that commentary videos like what I made fall under fair use. So my video was totally fair use. And Billion Surprise Toys probably knew that. They really didn't have any right to take down my video because it was totally legal for it to be up. So I was like, okay, I can just dispute the copyright claim because my video is fair use. And YouTube will appeal it, and then I'll be good. The video will be back up. But here's the problem. YouTube's copyright claim system works in a very weird way where if I were to like appeal the copyright claim, YouTube wouldn't look at it and be like, oh, this is fair use. They would just send it over to Billion Surprise Toys and be like, hey, Billion Surprise Toys, is this guy right? Is this really fair use? Is he allowed to use it? Which is kind of dumb because Billion Surprise Toys put the false claim on the video in the first place. So do you really think they're gonna be like, huh, yeah, no, now that you mention it, this is fair use. We're totally sorry. We didn't mean to do that. And it also said that if Billion Surprise Toys decides to keep the copyright claim on it, they could also give my channel a copyright strike. And if you get 3 of those, then your channel gets deleted. So I was like, okay, I guess I'm not gonna do that because there's no way that they're going to let me appeal it. But luckily, somehow my manager has a contact at YouTube and he contacted them and was like, hey, this video got taken down for no reason. Can you guys get it back up? And to my surprise, they were actually like, sure. Yeah, your video's totally fair use. It should be up. So things were finally starting to look up. YouTube was on my side and they were gonna put my video back up. So like 2 days, I think, after it got taken down, I woke up and I checked Twitter and a few people had tweeted me saying, your video's back up. And I went to my channel and lo and behold, it was. The video was back up. Monetization was still disabled, which was kind of weird. But I was like, as long as the video's back up and people can see it, that's fine with me. I just wanted people to see the video because I thought it was a really good video. I made an entire song for the video. I put a lot of work into that. I also had a brand deal on that video. So the fact that it got taken down was kind of a bummer because I was contractually obligated to have that video up. But the video was back up. And I was feeling good. So I tweeted that the video was back out. I think I had a little badass line in there like, Papa will not be silenced or something like that. Like, Papa's story must be told. The video is back up and we are sticking it to the man. I kind of did feel like a little bit of a badass, if I'm being real with you. I felt like a little bit of a savage, honestly. And I think rightfully so. I felt like I was really sticking it to Billion Surprise Toys. So I tweeted out the video. People were loving it for like 1 minute. And then like 1 minute after I tweeted out the video, I started getting tweets from people like, it's not back up, what are you talking about? The link just takes us to a page that says the video was taken down. They took down the video again. I don't know what happened. It's like they were just trying to fuck with me. They were playing like mind games with me. They wanted me to get a little cocky just for 1 second, just so they could shut me down again. And now I look like an idiot because I had tweeted about it, acting all cool, like Papa will not be silenced, and then people click on the link, and it takes them to a blank video page. Now, look, there were a lot of reasons that I wanted to have that video up. To get views? Yeah. Get more subscribers? Of course. That coin? Obviously. But the thing that really got me, the real reason that I needed to fight for this video, was for Papa. All he ever wanted was to be a good dad. He just wanted to sing songs with his son about eating sugar and getting out of bed and together bathing. And Billion Surprise Toys just deleted him out of existence just because people thought he was a funny character. They deleted him, and then the second somebody comes along to call him out on it, like I did in my video, they silenced me. No justice for Papa. This was no longer a fight for me. This was a fight for Papa. So after this whole thing where they like put up my video and took it back down just to fuck with me, I was like, okay, I have the legal right to have this video up, right? They didn't have the right to take it down. So I decided that the only logical thing for me to do would be to tweet, I'm looking at my legal options against Billion Surprise Toys to try to get my video back up because they didn't have any right to take it down. And not even 10 minutes after I tweeted that, I got an email from YouTube saying that the copyright claim was released. What? I don't know if it's a weird coincidence and YouTube really just fixed it like they said they were going to, or if literally Billion Surprise Toys was so scared of me even just reviewing my legal options that they just like released the copyright claim on spot. The video was back up, it was monetized again. Honestly, I really don't know what happened and why the video got put back up. I'm just happy it did. It just goes to show you how much you can accomplish when you review your legal options. You know, I think I finally understand what those Instagram ads mean when they say legally skilled, because I feel pretty legally skilled right now. Whatever the reason that they released the copyright claim on the video, I'm just happy that Papa's story will live on. So if you haven't watched the video yet because you didn't get a chance to while it was up originally and then it got taken down, it's back up now. It's totally monetized. There's a song at the end of it that I think is really good, and there's an ad at the end of it, so please watch that. There still is one problem though that I never got fixed. Like I said, I posted the music video on Twitter. The video that I used in it was heavily edited. A lot of it wasn't even Billion Surprise Toys video, I didn't use any audio from Billion Surprise Toys. It was a totally original song. I didn't even sample them, but they got that video taken down. And it really sucked because it was one of my most liked tweets. I was getting really good feedback on it. People were like legitimately enjoying the song as a song. So we contacted Twitter too, just like we contacted YouTube, but Twitter's response was basically, yeah, your video does seem like it's fair use, but it's kind of out of our hands. They didn't really want to do anything. They didn't want to get involved in this copyright dispute. So maybe I'll just have to concede on the Twitter thing. Maybe the song is just something I can't beat Billion Surprise Toys on. I got what I wanted with the YouTube video. The video's back up, but maybe people just weren't meant to listen to this song, is something that I thought, and then also made it into a full song and got it on iTunes and Spotify and every other streaming service. And then it got to #1 on the iTunes comedy charts for like 3 days straight, and also has over 100,000 streams on Spotify. I'll link to it in the description. There's a whole nother verse that wasn't in the original video. I highly advise you listen to it. If not because it's a good song, then just because Billion Surprise Toys doesn't want you to hear it. So overall, this was a very stressful experience. Getting my video taken down that I worked very hard on was definitely disappointing. But in the end, I think we all learned something. With perseverance, a lot of dedication, and just a little bit of reviewing your legal options, you can fight the man. In this case, the man being Chad. Fuck you, Chad. This whole experience really got me thinking about nursery rhymes. It seems like a lot of Billion Surprise Toys are based around nursery rhymes. The Humpty Dumpty one especially, I got a lot of comments about that, and how I kept saying that Humpty Dumpty is an egg, and he's depicted as an egg and everything, but a lot of people commented on that video that nowhere in the nursery rhyme does it say that Humpty Dumpty is an egg. And that's a very good point. It doesn't. It just says that he's sitting on a wall, he had a great fall, and they can't put him back together. So when did he become an egg? Like, what? How is he an egg? But literally in every depiction you could find, he's an egg. Or at least like sort of a fleshy human egg hybrid. I've seen that in a few places too. So I really got to thinking, like, what is Humpty Dumpty supposed to be? What is the nursery rhyme about? Is the nursery rhyme actually about a human falling off a wall? And when he hits the ground, he like splatters into pieces? And all of the king's horses and men are trying to put him back together? It's just like his torso and his head, and they're trying to like pop his arms and legs back into his socket like a Mr. Potato Head? Also, why are the horses helping? It says all the king's horses and all the king's men couldn't put Humpty together again. Why would the horses be able to help? The Wikipedia article for Humpty Dumpty actually says that nobody really knows what Humpty Dumpty is about. There's lots of different theories that range from King Richard III of England to a canon. I'm guessing they introduced the egg character because like the image of a human falling from a great height and splattering into pieces, and people like desperately scrambling to try to put him back together and like, I don't know, put his intestines back into his stomach and his eyes back into his socket was maybe a little bit too gruesome for children back in the old days. At least that's what I thought until I started looking at other nursery rhymes. And they're fucked up. I think that Billion Surprise Toys actually takes a lot of inspiration from nursery rhymes because of how bizarre they are. Take this classic nursery rhyme, the lullaby song Rockabye Baby. Billion Surprise Toys actually has a video where they sing Rockabye Baby, even though they change a few of the lyrics from the original. But have you ever listened to the lyrics of that song? Like the real lyrics? Because there's a modern version, but then there's like the actual version. First off, what does Rockabye Baby mean? Rock-a-bye baby. It doesn't mean anything. It's just like a string of random words put together. I'm gonna come up with a nursery called String Sauce Camel Baby. Okay, here's the lyrics to the real Rockabye Baby song. Rockabye baby, on the treetops, when the wind blows, the cradle will rock. When the bough breaks, the cradle will fall, and down will come baby, cradle and all. So this is like a song that's meant to soothe kids right before you put them to sleep, right? How the fuck is this supposed to be calming at all to kids? Hey, so the second you fall asleep, I'm gonna put you up in a tree during a storm, and the wind is gonna blow you off, and you're gonna fall and die. Shh, good night. Why does falling from great heights seem to be a theme in nursery rhymes? Humpty Dumpty falls from a great height. Kids are apparently falling out of trees while sleeping. I feel like nursery rhymes, in my head at least, are supposed to like teach kids a lesson. They're little songs to help kids remember valuable lessons. Was falling off of shit like a big problem in the 1700s or something? I feel like every kid that listened to these two nursery rhymes probably grew up with a paralyzing fear of heights. Or at least falling asleep, because they're worried that their mom's gonna put them in a tree. Why would she put them in a tree? That makes no sense. Don't even get me started about Ring Around the Rosie. Because that shit's about the plague. Did you know that? Actually, Wikipedia says it might not be about the plague, but a lot of people think it's about the plague, and we still sing it anyway. Like, the lyrics are like, a pocket full of posies, Ashes, ashes, we all fall down. There's also a version that's a tissue, we all fall down. It's about people sneezing and then falling down dead. It's just like a fun little way to teach your kids about how a third of all Europeans died during the bubonic plague. It does seem a little outdated though. Who thinks we need a song about malaria to teach our kids? Hit that like button if you agree, guys. I guess the way people raised children was just different back then, because I feel like now you always have to be like happy around kids and teach them like, oh, if we work together, we can solve everything. Teamwork and the world is great. But back then we were just straight up like, yeah, people die all the time from awful shit. Getting stabbed, diseases, falling off things, mostly falling off things. And those are just the popular nursery rhymes that we still sing today. Have you ever heard about Mother Goose? People always talk about Mother Goose like she's like the queen of nursery rhymes. She's this great children's figure. Have you ever read a Mother Goose nursery rhyme? Have you ever read like a real Mother Goose nursery rhyme? Because I found this article full of like old nursery rhymes. Some of them are from Mother Goose, and they're like 10 times worse than the ones that are popular. Okay, I'll read this one to you. Old Father Longlegs can't say his prayers. Take him by the left leg and throw him down the stairs. When he's at the bottom, before he long has lain, take him by the left leg and throw him up again. I have so many questions. Who the fuck is Father Longlegs? Is that like a spider, like a daddy Longlegs? Because I'd throw him down the stairs too if it was. But if it's just some old man with long legs, why are we throwing him down the stairs? He's just like this old man with abnormally long legs who's having trouble saying his prayers. So we're like, down you go, mister. And then we sprint to the bottom of the stairs and throw him back up? Maybe it's like a demon? Father Longlegs? That sounds like it could be like this creepy creature with really long legs, like a Slender Man type thing. In that case, I'm fine with this one. Let's together throw him down the stairs, in fact. Okay, here's another one. It starts off weird, but it also stays weird. Die, pussy, die. Shut your little eye. When you wake, find a cake. Die, pussy, die. I could not begin to tell you what this one is supposed to be about. The beginning sounds like a 6th grader on Xbox Live, and the rest of it just doesn't make any sense. When you wake, find a cake. Die, pussy, die. It's like it starts off mean, like fuck you, die, pussy, shut your little eye, like go to sleep and don't ever wake up. But then it's like, when you wake, find a cake. And so he's not so mean after all. It's like, and when you wake up, I'll have a delicious dessert prepared for you. And then die, pussy, die. All right, here's one more. This one, I think, has a pretty good, valuable lesson for young boys and young girls. Okay, here it goes. I married a wife on Sunday. She began to scold on Monday. Bad she was on Tuesday. Middling she was on Wednesday. Worse she was on Thursday. Dead she was on Friday. Glad I was on Saturday to bury my wife on Sunday. Ha 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 ha. Oh, what a great little rhyme to be reading to children. It's just a fun little nursery rhyme about a guy murdering his wife because she was being kind of annoying and gradually got more annoying, probably because the husband didn't fix whatever she was scolding him about in the first place. It's a great lesson for young boys and young girls. For young boys, it's like, if your wife is being annoying, murder her. For girls, it's like, if you are a wife, don't be annoying or your husband will murder you. Just the language they use in this is so weird. She began to scold on Monday. Okay, so I guess she was a little bit annoying. Bad she was on Tuesday. She's just, at this point, the marriage is not working. She's just bad. She's bad. Middling she was on Wednesday. I don't even know what that means. What does middling mean? Moderate or average in size, amount, or rank. So what the fuck does that have anything to do with your wife? Average in size? Is this like a body shaming thing? Okay, she was bad on Tuesday, but by Wednesday, she was average size. Can you believe that shit? But it only gets worse from there, as you can tell by the next line. Worse she was on Thursday. And then we get to Friday where she turns up dead, and he was glad on Saturday night to bury his wife on Sunday. Well, I think with that, that's enough nursery rhymes for, I don't know, forever. I just think it's kind of interesting that maybe children's content has always been kind of weird, just in different ways. And Billion Surprise Toys is no exception. So like I said, over the past week or so, I've been getting a lot of really good feedback on the song that I put in the last video. In fact, I've been getting a lot of good feedback on that song, and Spooky Guy, and the Bar Ice Cream Rap, and a lot of music that I've been releasing lately, which I really appreciate. But a lot of people have asked me how I do that sort of stuff. And whenever I get questions like this, I always have the same response, and that's that it's really important to understand that your question is a great segue into this ad read. Skillshare is an online learning community with thousands of classes in music production, video production, design, and more. Skillshare is actually a really great service, and if you're interested in doing any of the stuff that I do, like video production, YouTube, music production, any of that stuff, even like writing comedy, there's classes on all of it. They even have classes in the exact software that I use. I use Ableton to make music, and they have in-depth classes on Ableton. There's this one, Ableton Live 1, the first steps of digital music production. They have classes for songwriting for beginners. They have classes for like everything that you would ever need to know about what I do. When you sign up for a premium membership for Skillshare, you get unlimited access to all of these classes. And these classes are actually taught by experts on these subjects who work in the field of like music production and stuff like that, so you know you're getting good advice. The membership plans are really affordable. If you sign up for an annual plan, it's less than $10 a month. And the first 500 people that click the link in my description will get 2 months of Skillshare for free. So if you're interested in what I do, like making music, producing your own beats, all of that stuff can be found on Skillshare. I would highly recommend it. They've got great tutorials, great classes. So thank you for supporting them, and thank you to Skillshare for supporting me. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you're new here, make sure you subscribe. I'll see you guys next time with a really interesting video where I challenge a clone of myself to a fight to the death, but we end up realizing that we are deeply in love, and we live out the rest of our lives as a happy couple. Bye! Hey Greg, a couple days ago I saw this TikTok and I knew I had to make a video about it, so go ahead and check it out.
Sigma males are more attractive than alpha males. Stay tuned.
Welcome to the Anthony Spade channel.
So I saw this TikTok and I immediately knew I have to watch this video. My first thought was, oh my god, I need to watch the rest of this video. Actually, I think my first thought about it was, there's no way this is actually the real intro to a real human being's YouTube channel. I thought maybe whoever posted this TikTok added in the wolf and the tiger onto this to make it even funnier than it already was, but nope, they are in the actual video. This is part of the actual intro to this person's YouTube channel. The video is called Why Sigma Males Are More Attractive Than Alpha Males, which is really funny because if you watch the intro, you'll see that this dude calls his army, his fan base, Sigma Nation. So he considers himself like a leader of the Sigmas, and he's making a video called Why Sigma Males Are More Attractive Than Alpha Males. He might as well have just titled the video Why I'm So Goddamn Hot. Why I'm hotter than you. What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. Today we're gonna be talking about the top 10 reasons why I'm so fucking hot. Reason number 1, because I said so. Reason number 2, because I'm hot. And reason number 3, any questions? So now I am dying to figure out why exactly Sigma males are more attractive than alpha males. But first, I'm not exactly sure if I know what a Sigma male is. Don't get me wrong, I know that they're hot. Way hotter than alphas, and way cuter than betas. But I don't know if I know what they are. I know alpha males and beta males. Alpha's defining traits are being confident and calling everyone else beta, and beta males exist for the sole purpose of being called beta by alpha males. But I feel like I need a quick course on what a Sigma male is, because I feel like I've only heard about them recently, within the past like year. That must have been when the Sigma males were invented. I think that's around when everyone was lining up outside the male store for the new male. Luckily, this dude Anthony also has a video called What's a Sigma Male, so we can learn real quick, and then we can find out why they're so hot. I should mention before I get into this though, that the whole like alpha and beta male thing is based on a theory about wolves and dominance that was debunked a long time ago. So these categories aren't like scientifically backed at all, as far as I can tell. It's just a fun way for guys to label themselves. I've heard some people describe it as astrology for men. So interpret that how you will.
We about to get into the Sigma Nation. So everyone see it says Sigma Male. You got all these videos you can go watch on Sigma Male. A good one to watch is right here. The One Guy No Girl Could Resist.
Okay, is that like the defining characteristic of a Sigma male, being just like the absolute hottest motherfucker around? No, it's not, because look at the other videos about Sigma males. These ones are just like 5 habits of the Sigma male. What is a Sigma male? But the one that he really wants you to watch is why girls think Sigma males are so sexy. Seems like he has a very distinct view of himself as a Sigma male.
The truth about Sigma males, that's another good one. But we're gonna go down to Google, all right? And we're gonna start off with, what's a Sigma male? So now that we know Sigma male is a real thing, all right? Let's go ahead and understand that right now before everybody come up in here.
Okay, I didn't say it wasn't. I don't know. I'm not sure why he's so defensive right off the bat. Now that kind of makes me feel like it's not a real thing. Dude, I'm part of Sigma Nation, dude. You don't have to tell me that they're real.
We have just a knowledge. Google is the smartest person in the world. Google has recognized Sigma male is a real male.
Okay, weird wording.
Google is the smartest person in the world.
But I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt and assume that he doesn't think that Google is actually a person, a human being. This next video is like, what's up guys? Today we're going to be talking about why Google is actually the most attractive male on the planet. Also, I don't think you can just apply that logic to anything. That if Google has a definition of it, that means it's real. For example, I could Google who Niennub is, and Google could tell me that Niennub was a Celestin male arms dealer and smuggler who joined the Alliance to restore the Republic during the Galactic Civil War. Does that mean Niennub is real and not just a character in Star Wars? No, obviously not. Niennub only exists in Star Wars and my nightmares.
Sigma male are men who are riding off into the sunset on their horses without much more than their name and a pack on their back. They don't need things from society the way other men do. Is everyone seeing that?
Why do I get the feeling that the person who wrote this definition was 1, a Sigma male, and 2, thinks Sigma males are the absolute coolest people on the planet? In fact, why do I get the impression that this definition was written by this guy?
Is everyone seeing that?
Anyways, there you go. That's what a Sigma male is. They're kind of like alpha males, but they define themselves as being like less driven by material possessions and like success in a traditional sense. They're a lot more independent. They don't need other people's approval. They don't need to be the center of attention. So they usually don't do things like wear flashy clothing, buy really expensive cars, or I don't know, make YouTube videos trying to convince you how hot they are. And now that we know what a Sigma male is, we can find out why they're so beautiful.
Welcome back to the Anthony Spade channel. Before we get started, I want you to watch the entire video. If you like the video, press the like button at the end, press the subscribe button at the end, and press the notifications button at the end.
Unusually complicated instructions for the beginning of a video. Hey guys, before we go ahead and start the video, go ahead and watch the whole video. That way, once you finish the video, we can start it. Smash the like button at the end of the video, obliterate the like button midway through the video, and come back to comment on the video 3 weeks from now. Let's get into it.
Today, we're going to be talking about why Sigma males are more attractive than alpha males. Now, a lot of people didn't even know that Sigma males existed until last week. A lot of guys didn't, but a lot of guys did know.
That's true, I didn't. It's almost like it's just kind of like an arbitrary collection of personality traits that people made up to make themselves sound cool.
So, we're having this debate in the manosphere about alphas and sigmas.
He's right. We are kind of, in the manosphere, we are kind of having this debate. If you're not a man like me, or if you're not like a really manly dude, and you're not really involved in like the manosphere, you probably didn't know that, but yeah, we'll have weekly town halls, and we'll just have like a casual debate about, you know, whether or not Sigma males are in fact the hottest male. We'll talk about like, you know, if you had to make out with like a male, would it be a Sigma and why? And why would it be a Sigma? Why would it definitely be a Sigma? So the first part of the video is just him kind of explaining what alphas and betas are.
No matter if you're alpha, no matter if you're Sigma, you're beta, omega, delta, zelta, wherever these mindsets are, MGTOW, red pill, blue pill, it's all mindset.
He says it's all about mindset, you know, like a beta and an alpha can both be like a rich, attractive guy. It's all about mindset.
Every man can have money and still be weak. Every man can have women and still be weak.
Alphas, their one main priority, according to this guy, is that they need to dominate. They need to dominate specifically other men.
Alphas are known for lions for a reason, because lions conquer everything around them. When it comes to the beta male, the alpha conquers the beta male and uses the beta male to get ahead. This is what women are attracted to. They're not attracted to their money. They're not attracted to their looks. They're attracted to their dominant mindset.
Alpha males use beta males. They dominate them, they conquer them, and they use them. And that is like apparently their whole mindset in life is to just like conquer weak people and use them. Which, to be honest, sounds exhausting and awful. I guess I don't know enough alpha males personally, but do people really think like that? Like, are there people out there that are just constantly focused on domination? There are people that are just sitting around, like, I gotta make sure that I'm dominating people at all times. I need to, when I go to work today, I gotta make sure I'm dominating my coworkers. And when I go to the bar later tonight, I better be dominating my friends, dude. And I always gotta be looking over my shoulder to make sure no one's coming up from behind to dominate me. Like, why not just live your life? And sure, like, don't let people take advantage of you, obviously. You know, don't allow yourself to be dominated. I can see that. But who goes around thinking like, my coworker Brian seems like a pretty beta kind of guy. I wonder how I could dominate him and use him to my advantage.
Some alpha males thrive off the conquerorship, but then you have strong individuals which are Sigma males. Sigma males gain their power off of loneliness.
Oh. Oh my god. That sounded so sad. Are you okay, dude? I kind of see what he's saying, though. I mean, like, I'm pretty introverted, and I like my alone time. Does that make me a Sigma male? Does that make me hot? I don't know. I just don't really understand the point of putting labels on this stuff. I don't really, I mean, especially such broad labels. I feel like people are very different. This kind of sounds like somebody who is shy, which is perfectly fine, but someone who's insecure about how shy they are, trying to make their shyness sound cool, so they made up a cool name for it called Sigma males. Like they got called a beta one too many times and they were like, what? No, I'm not a beta, dude. I'm a different thing. I'm a Sigma. We're shy, but like in a cool way. In a dominant way. You don't want to fuck with me, dude. I will shyly and quietly dominate you. Oh, you like this? You like this domination? Do you feel dominated right now? I bet you do, you fucking beta. Oh, sorry, I got scared. You're a fucking beta bitch, dude.
If someone tells you you cannot be born an alpha, you cannot be born a Sigma, they're right. Everybody's born a beta.
Hell yeah, dude. Babies are so beta. All they do is get absolutely dominated by their parents. This dude has other cool videos like this one called How Sigma Males Act Around Low-Value Women.
To repel low-value women. Stay tuned.
See, this is why I don't like this type of shit. Because there's a very clear hierarchy in saying there are like Sigma and alpha males, and then there's beta males. It's just kind of like giving yourself reasons to feel better than other people. And if that wasn't super obvious from the titles alpha and beta, I guess he goes ahead and spells it out for you a little bit better when he's talking about women. There are some women that have very little value.
Welcome to the Anthony Spade channel. Before I get started, I want you to watch the entire video. Next, I would not be talking about all women, even though it feels like it. And if you haven't subscribed to my second channel, who is Anthony Spade.
Wait, what? You can't, I feel like you can't just say that.
I would not be talking about all women, even though it feels like it.
Why would it feel like you're talking about all women if you're not talking about all women? Can't you just change how you're talking about women then? To make it more specific to the women you are talking about?
Today, what we're going to do is, I'm going to be explaining to you how to put off an alpha vibe to repel low-value women.
So the purpose of this video is to teach Sigma males how to put off an alpha male vibe when you're around a low-value women to try to get her to not like you so much. Because I guess in his eyes, women are so turned on by Sigma males because they're the hottest thing in the world, and all women know this, and all women think this, and by all women, of course, we mean not all women.
Even though it feels like it.
The only way to throw them off your scent is by pretending to not be a Sigma male, but to be an alpha male. Holy shit.
Sometimes I may talk pretty low about women.
Anyway, that's pretty much that whole video. He's also got a video where he's sad that an NBA player wore a dress. Wow, dude, that's interesting. Not very Sigma of you to be, like, so upset about what some other guy is wearing. That's kind of beta of you to let him dominate your mind like that. I mean, if you're a Sigma male, shouldn't you be, like, off in the woods? Making moves by yourself, dominating yourself. Okay, now here's where things get interesting. As you can probably tell by that video about how to act around low-value women, Sigma males, or at least this guy, seems to think that he's a little bit above an alpha male in the pecking order. This is a problem for alpha males because before Sigma males were invented, alpha males used to be like the top dog. And now these Sigma males come out of the woodwork saying, we're so hot, we can't be dominated, we have to pretend to be your ugly asses when low-value women come around. And honestly, it seems like this is kind of shaken the alpha male community. There's this dude named Alpha M who's pretty big on YouTube and TikTok. He does videos offering fashion, life, dating advice to dudes who want to become as alpha as him.
You've got to make sure that you're exposing a little bit of tricep. Proper way to tie your sneaks. Your age, divide it by 2, and then add 7. So if I technically was single, I'd be like, yo, you're 28? Sorry, you're too young. 29? Yes, please. This is a feminine way of sitting.
I've seen this dude's videos plenty of times before, and they've always seemed very like hacky and fake to me. A lot of times it seems like he's giving really simple solutions to complicated problems that take a lot of effort to overcome.
If you want to be more confident, walk with a nice medium pace.
Like he has a TikTok about how to make you trust people more.
Psychological trick to make other people like you more.
And his solution is to wear blue.
Wear blue.
He also has a TikTok about how to make yourself more attractive, where his solution is to wear red.
Research has shown that when a man wears the color red, something crazy happens psychologically to his sex appeal.
I wonder what he thinks about wearing purple. So yeah, all of his videos are basically just like hacks to make you more desirable to women.
One of the things that you must be able to do as a dude is change a flat tire. You might see some spicy ass senorita stranded on the side of the road and you're like, excuse me, Mrs. Spicy Senorita, can I help you change a tire? And she's gonna be like, oh my God, thank you. When you're done, let's make out in the back of my car. It could happen, but it can't happen if you don't know what to do if you got a flat tire.
Yep, that's right. If you ever want to get a girl, dude, you gotta learn how to fix a flat tire. Step 1 to fixing a flat tire, open the hood. That's where the wheels are. Anyway, he's got a YouTube video called 15 Signs You're a Sigma Male and Is It Better Than Alpha? And I think it gives a really good glimpse into how alpha males feel about this new category of man.
Sigma? Now there's a Sigma? What the f is a Sigma? What's up, gentlemen?
Yeah, I think it gives a pretty good glimpse about how they feel. What the fuck?
I'm gonna run through these 15 traits of the Sigma male. I'll let you follow along, decide whether or not it's you, or if it's not, I don't care. But what I do care about after I'm done is telling you what you need to know and what you need to do to be alpha, sigma, or even beta. Because technically nobody wants to be a beta. I'm gonna tell you what not to do in order to not be a beta.
Speak for yourself, dude. Trying to get dominated. So he reads through the traits of Sigma males and seems to get confused by a few of them.
They have an ambiguous morality, which I have no idea what that even means. They have rusty social skills. Also not sure. They can fit into friend groups, but don't rely on them. They tend to have small but close friend circles. Wait, I thought you did say I didn't need a friend circle.
Sort of being like, what? How could this person exist? The person who doesn't need a bunch of friends? Someone who's kind of a loner? What? How does everyone not want to be the center of attention all the time? That doesn't make any sense.
Apparently, Sigma males don't really care about their appearance. They don't care about brand names. They don't care about what they wear. And this is something that I have an issue with. It doesn't matter how amazing you are. If you're not taking pride in your appearance, it doesn't matter how badass Sigma you are not going to have the opportunities that you need in order to be all the things that a Sigma is supposed to be.
It's really weird here. It's like it doesn't compute that someone could be like a successful, driven person without being like super interested in brand names and like hyper-focused on their appearance. It's almost like he wants you to think that you can only be fulfilled in life if you follow his own fashion advice.
Wear blue. There's absolutely nothing wrong with wanting to look good and look sexy, right? You gotta take care of your grooming because if you're whack and you stink, people aren't gonna wanna hang out with you. No wonder you're a lone wolf.
It kind of feels like the existence of this new term Sigma males is just like crumbling his worldview in front of our eyes. Like I said, I don't really see the point in likening yourself to a wolf or a tiger or whatever you want to call it. But I also don't think that you can deny that there are like people who like to be more alone that are successful, or people that don't care about their appearance as much that are successful. I don't know, it just kind of feels like he's trying to sell you his lifestyle, and he built his whole channel around the phrase alpha male because he thought that this was like the only cool type of man, and he's now finding out that there's like a different cool type of man, and he just can't handle it.
Gentlemen, people form opinions about you in the first 3 seconds upon meeting you. And if you want to have the most opportunities you possibly can, you've got to pay attention to your style. Your clothes need to be good. Your accessories need to be straight. Gentlemen, if you want to check out the baddest ass, most affordable, amazing sunglasses out there on the market.
Okay, yep, well, I don't think it can get any more obvious than that. That whole video was like, I don't really know if Sigmas exist. I kind of think that alphas are the only cool type of male, and I'm an alpha male, and if you want to be an alpha male, you've got to buy my sunglasses.
Need to be straight.
So yeah, there you go. That's kind of the eternal battle between the Sigma and the alpha male. Let me know in the comments if you're alpha, sigma, ligma. And with that being said, it's now time to talk about the sponsor of today's video, which is actually not that guy's sunglass company. It's Current. This video has been sponsored by Current. Thank you to Current for sponsoring this video. Current is a great sponsor for this channel because not only do they support my channel when they sponsor me, but they also support you guys by giving you money. Current is banking entirely on your phone. They're not like older traditional financial institutions that are always trying to hide information. They've got hidden fees and confusing contracts. Current is straightforward and as modern as they could be. They're upfront with all of their fees. It's simple, it's easy to use. You can do everything from right within their sleek and modern looking app. When you sign up for Current, you get a debit card just like this one. This is my Current debit card. And with Current, it's easy to like send money to friends, request money from friends, get paid, set up direct deposit, all of that. And like I said, they want to give back to you guys. So the first 100 people to sign up for Current using my code Danny100 will get $100. That's 100 people getting $100. All you have to do is go to current.com/Danny100 and use my code Danny100 to sign up for Current. Love it when Current sponsors my videos because it means that you guys get free money. So thank you to Current for sponsoring this video. Thank you to you guys for checking out Current. Go ahead and sign up, get your coin, get your free money while it lasts. Bye. Guys, Brad Pitt needs your help. Brad Pitt needs your help, guys. He's in trouble and he needs you. You need to send Brad Pitt hundreds of thousands of dollars right now. He needs you, guys. You have to save Brad Pitt! Did it work? Did you do it? Did you send Brad Pitt money? Well, if you didn't, then congratulations. You just passed a test that this woman did not.
A 53-year-old French woman says these images, created with AI technology, scammed her into forking over $850,000 to someone she believed was an ill Brad.
Yeah, so long story short, this woman sent $850,000 to a scammer that she thought was an ill Brad, as the voiceover put it.
To someone she believed was an ill Brad.
It makes it sound like it's some kind of species of animal, some kind of common phenomenon. You know, she thought it was your classic ill Brad. No one can blame her for thinking so. We've all encountered one at some time or another. Now, I gotta be honest, all right? I feel like it's another use of AI in a situation where you don't need to put AI, because I feel like this has got to be just regular old-fashioned Photoshop. These photos like don't really even look good enough to be AI, quite frankly. I mean, this is just Brad Pitt photoshopped into a picture of a hospital room.
And a month later, the fake Brad started communicating with her himself, asking her to marry him, ditch her husband, and help him out with some medical bills.
What is that picture? This is Brad Pitt in surgery? Who took this picture? He set up like a timer right before he went under on his phone and was like, all right, time to take a picture. Came to 3 hours later. How did the surgery go? But more importantly, how did my picture turn out for my French girlfriend?
The woman, who was married to a millionaire at the time, ended up leaving her husband to pursue a relationship with the faux Brad.
I like that it says a millionaire at the time, because after sending fake Brad Pitt $850,000, maybe he is not a millionaire anymore. That's crazy. So she was married at the time, and fake Brad Pitt convinced her to leave her husband. Now look, this woman was scammed. She was taken advantage of. I'm not trying to make fun of her in this video. Obviously, she was going through something that made her believe this was true. It sucks to lose that much money, obviously. I am more so, quite honestly, in shock of the balls of this scammer to try to pull this off with these shitty ass Photoshops. These were the pictures he was sending her. It's like a different Brad Pitt in every photo too. How long was he in the hospital for? 15 years? You've got like, you know, Silver Fox Brad Pitt up here. You have like a younger but scared Brad Pitt here. This is just a picture of an arm with an IV in it. So that's not even, I mean, that could be anyone's arm.
At first, I said to myself that it was fake, that it's ridiculous.
It's interesting that she's like, at first I said to myself that it was fake, but then he must have done something to convince her, so I wonder what that was.
I've never harmed anyone. These people deserve hell. This comes months.
I don't like that they keep cutting to footage of the real Brad Pitt. I feel like this Entertainment Tonight video is trying to insinuate that the real Brad Pitt really did have something to do with this. They're like, and look at how smug he looks here in this video after pulling off the perfect crime. Actually, that would be kind of a sick plot twist if it like really was Brad Pitt and he was like, I was in love with you, and that really was me in the hospital looking drastically different in every photo. Like he's poorly photoshopping pictures of himself to throw the detectives off the trail, you know? They would never suspect the real Brad Pitt is scamming people. But you know, it could be true. You hear things like 50 Cent actually didn't make most of his money from his music career. He actually made it from his investment in vitamin water. Could be the same type of situation. Brad Pitt actually made most of his money from hospitalized Brad Pitt scams. If this story's taught me anything so far, it's that we could all do a little bit better managing our money. That's why I'm excited about today's sponsor, Rocket Money. One thing I've never been very good at is creating budgets and sticking to them, because I usually have just tried to do it all in my head before. I don't even know how to create a budget in the first place. I'm like, what is an appropriate amount of money to spend on food? Like $25 or maybe $7,000? I don't know. But luckily, Rocket Money is here to help. Rocket Money is an all-in-one finance app that helps you cancel subscriptions, lower your bills, and manage your money better. With regards to budgeting, Rocket Money automatically categorizes payments so you can see how much money you're spending within each category budget. So let's say you have an entertainment budget for the month. You can see if you're spending too much on entertainment, or if heck, you could go out for a movie or see a Broadway play. And if you are spending too much on one particular category, it's easy to cancel subscriptions through Rocket Money as well. Once you connect your bank account, Rocket Money identifies all of your recurring subscriptions, and you can just cancel them within the Rocket Money app with just a few taps. And it works. apps. Rocket Money has helped save its customers up to $740 a year when you use all the app's premium features, and they've helped save customers over $500 million in canceled subscriptions. So go to rocketmoney.com/2Danny or click the link in the description to take control of your finances. You can get started for free and even unlock more features with premium. Thanks to Rocket Money for sponsoring this video, and now back to the video.
A rep for the actor telling ET in September, "It's awful that scammers take advantage of fans' strong connection with celebrities."
Strong connection. The representative's like, it's a shame that that scammer took advantage of Brad and this French woman's very real relationship. They had such a deep bond, and for the scammer to come in and ruin that, fucked up. Alright, so here's a Twitter thread about the situation. A French woman was scammed out of over $800,000 by someone pretending to be Brad Pitt. This we know. I can confirm that part. Scammer DM'd her on Instagram and convinced her with AI-generated videos and edited images. Oh, there's videos? I would like to see the videos. If this is how good the photos are, I would love to see the AI-generated videos. They just like rotoscoped him out of movies he was in and just plopped him on top of a PNG of a hospital. What movies is Brad Pitt been in? Fight Club? That was Brad Pitt, right? I'm so bad at pop culture. Brad Pitt movies. Oh, Happy Feet 2, that's where I know him from. Yeah, what if they cut out a picture of him from Happy Feet 2 and put him in a hospital? That'd be pretty funny. She realized it was fake when Brad Pitt was on the news with a new girlfriend. I like that that's the part that made her get wise to what's going on. She sees Brad Pitt in public, not in the hospital, clearly not suffering from any type of medical emergency, and she's like, wait a minute. You got a girlfriend. This is at least the third European who has been scammed by fraudsters pretending to be Brad Pitt in the past year. See? We can't make fun of the person who got scammed too hard because, look, it's apparently a lot more common than you would think. It could happen to you. Never think of that? How sure are you that these aren't AI-generated videos right now? And that I'm not gonna ask you to send me $900,000. I might not even be real. So he convinced her that his bank accounts were locked because of his divorce with Angelina Jolie. I'm not super familiar with the process, but I don't think that's how divorce works. I know that there's usually some sort of divvying up of funds, but I don't think they're like, in Brad Pitt, no more bank for you, actually. As part of the divorce, she gets custody of the kids, she gets half of all you earn, you get to keep half in your bank, but no more bank. A French woman who was conned out of 830,000 euros by scammers posing as actor Brad Pitt has faced a huge wave of mockery, leading French broadcaster TF1 to withdraw a program about her. Yeah, that sucks. See, I am sort of laughing at the absurdity of the situation. I know I'm poking fun a little bit, but clearly someone in a very vulnerable place. I mean, elderly people, I know she's not elderly, she's 53, it says in the article, but people with different vulnerabilities, etc., get scammed all the time. It is sad, and we should never blame the person who's getting scammed. So, you have a right in this life to not get scammed by a fake Brad Pitt, okay? That's a reasonable expectation, and we should hope that for everybody. Netflix France put out a post on X advertising 4 films with Brad Pitt for real, while in a now deleted post, Toulouse FC, I don't know what that is, said, "Hi, Anne. Brad told us he would be at the stadium on Wednesday, and you?" The club has since apologized for the post. That's interesting that they keep posting things like this and then deleting them. It might be because they're sorry, or it might be because there really aren't 4 Brad Pitt films for real. Maybe Netflix was getting scammed too. Netflix is like, we thought we were getting 4 new films with Brad Pitt, and we saw him doing a press tour for 4 different films for a different movie company. And that's when we got why. At one point, quote-unquote, Brad Pitt said he tried to send her luxury gifts, but that he was unable to pay customs on them. Okay, so he was unable to pay customs because his bank account was frozen, but I guess he already had the luxury gifts. They were personal luxury gifts he already had. So she sent him money so that he could pay customs so he could send her a gift. Like a fool, I paid. Every time I doubted him, he managed to dissipate my doubts, she said. Whoa! Okay, this is interesting, and this kind of speaks to how he was able to dissuade her suspicions. So when images appeared in gossip magazines showing the real Brad Pitt with his new girlfriend, awakening suspicions in Anne, the scammer sent her a fake news report in which the AI-generated anchor talked about Pitt's exclusive relationship with one special individual who goes by the name of Anne. So they created AI-generated news anchors as well. Man, life is gonna get so scary. You really gotta stay on your toes. You know what? I'm glad that I became a YouTuber before AI was a thing, because now you guys know I'm real.
I might not even be real.
And in a few years, when there's like AI YouTubers and shit, and we're not even sure who's real or not, you guys know, for better or for worse, this guy's real. That's a promise you can always count on. Slogan for my channel's like, look, he might not be that interesting, he might not even be that funny, his videos might not be very original, but he's real. He's real, and he needs you to send him $800,000. Okay, so this article is about Brad Pitt's rep speaking out on the awful love scam. Brad Pitt's rep has reacted to the viral story of a 53-year-old French woman who was swindled out of $850,000 by someone pretending to be the actor. So it says that the woman who was scammed said Brad Pitt really knew how to talk to women, which I guess is kind of like a compliment to the scammer, unfortunately. You know, you like to think of scammers as these sort of like scum of the earth, antisocial people in a basement, but to his credit, he had riz. He was charming, an absolute delight to talk to. He was evil. He was a cursed man. It was just a delight. Okay, so Brad Pitt's rep said, this is an important reminder not to respond to unsolicited online messages, especially from actors who are not present on social networks. Now, on one hand, I'm kind of like, this response is kind of weird, because it's like, they say the thing about the strong bond between fans and celebrities, which is like, look, I know how much people love me. All right? I know that anyone would send me $800,000 on the drop of a dime because I was in the movie that we all love. Happy Feet 2. But you should not, all right? Especially because I'm not even on social media. The not on social media part, it kind of feels like they're covering their tracks because it actually was him scamming her. Do not send money to unsolicited messages, especially from actors who, quite frankly, don't even know how to use a computer. They don't know how to use Photoshop, and they're definitely not online, all right? I wonder, because it was a French woman, I wonder if he was speaking to her in French, too. To me, that would be a clue. Okay, here we have another article. Brad Pitt is not in love with you. Here's how to protect yourself and loved ones from AI scams. What if the article was like, Brad Pitt is not in love with you. He has assured me via messages he is only in love with me. And if you see him with other women, those are AI-generated posts. He's assured me I'm the only French woman for him. Sometimes families might not realize their loved one is being conned until it is too late, but oftentimes a sudden mood change in the victim is a subtle clue of this problem. The person is all of a sudden really happy because they found this love, and luckily you get to be the person to take that away from them. Do it. One of their tactics is that they'll frequently prepare the person for people in their life to call them a scammer. So when you tell your loved one they're in love with a con artist, it strengthens what the scammer said, which unfortunately builds some trust and likability. So fake Brad Pitt or, you know, whatever celebrity might message you, fake, what celebrities do my fans like? Fake celebrities are you guys into these days? Famous celebrity. Timothy Chalamet? Thinking way too long and hard about this. Bruno Mars. You guys are really into Bruno Mars, right? So Bruno Mars messages you and he's like, look, it really is me, and to prove I'm Bruno Mars and also how smart I am, everyone is gonna tell you that I'm a scammer. That way, when everybody says that's not Bruno Mars, it's a scammer, it makes it look more like Bruno Mars, and you're also like, damn, Bruno Mars is smart as hell. To spot AI-generated scams, pay attention to details. Notice when lighting and proportions in the selfie seem off. Pay attention to glitches in videos. I mean, unfortunately, these seem like things that I feel like a lot of people in my generation and younger instinctively do now. I worry about people just like a little bit older that cut off of like didn't grow up with any type of internet or social media and stuff. Their eyes are a little less keen on that sort of thing. Verify images and information you receive. In the example of Pitt, I like that we're calling him Pitt for short. For a second, I thought that I was reading an article about Pitbull and they were calling him Pitt for short. I was like, what am I reading again? Yeah, I'm on like a nickname basis with Pitbull. I just call him Pitt. It helps to know that he does not have any verified social media platforms. If you get messages suggesting otherwise, put on your detective hat. Compare the information the scammer is telling you to recent pictures, videos, and information being published. If they were at an award ceremony in Europe just recently, or they were on vacation somewhere, then it's likely they're not in the hospital for cancer treatment. Okay, that sounds, I feel like this person is actually being a little bit condescending by saying that. That's like the most self-explanatory quote ever. Now, if he's in Europe on vacation, what does that mean? Does that mean he has cancer and he's in the hospital? Why don't you put on your little detective hat and figure it out? All right, well, moral of the story, be careful. And if one of your loved ones starts dating a celebrity via text only, you're gonna wanna nip that in the bud. Anyways, I gotta go. I'm about to go have lunch with Bruno Mars. We're meeting at this really secluded place and he asked me to bring a briefcase full of money. So I gotta go. Bye. Hey Greg, welcome to Danny's Kitchen. It's everybody's favorite cooking show where we don't cook up food. We cook up pranks. So I've already done 2 videos about Troom Troom before, right? They're this DIY, super fun, crafting, life hacks YouTube channel that makes just the best pranks. And I've made fun of their pranks a lot. I've made fun of just about everything about their videos. And while I've speculated about how bad their pranks would be in real life, I've never actually tried them. So that's what I'm gonna do today. So I'm not just gonna be testing any old Troom Troom pranks. Troom Troom has a new genre of pranks that they've been doing that are called edible pranks. And no, the prank is not involuntarily feeding weed to people. I thought that that might be what it was when I first read the titles, but has nothing to do with weed. In my opinion, the best pranks will make the person who's being pranked feel like they've gone insane. There's this one prank that I think exemplifies that really well. It's not by Troom Troom. It was on some foreign TV show. I remember seeing a clip of it on YouTube, but it was this tourist couple asked somebody to take a picture of them from across the street. As they were crossing the street to come back and check out the picture, a van crosses by and they hop in the van and two old people hop out without the person realizing, and then they walk back up to get the picture. It makes the dude think, wait, did I just take a picture of these people? Who the fuck are these people? Am I going insane? That's what I think a good prank should do. Troom Troom has taken a different approach to pranks. These edible pranks are not supposed to make the person who's being pranked think they're insane. It's supposed to make the person who's being pranked think their friend is insane. Let me show you this first prank as an example.
My friend wants to eat my cookies. No way! Then she takes her phone and bites off a piece of the case while talking. Wrap the phone with plastic wrap nicely.
So that's the whole prank. It's, oh, my friend won't let me have some of her cookies. I'm gonna eat my fucking phone case. And I guess the prank is just my friend's gonna think I've lost my mind because I am so hungry that I just start eating my phone case. So I bought the ingredients to do this one. So now we're gonna follow along step by step and do the dang prank. First, I need my phone.
Wrap the phone with plastic wrap nicely.
Wrap the phone with plastic wrap nicely. Okay. Oh, what the fuck? You know how they usually have like a razor thing here so that you can cut it easily? I couldn't find it. For some reason, it's here. So you like wrap it around and go like that. I've never cooked. So wrap the phone in plastic wrap nicely. It's important that you do this nicely, like the tutorial said. Otherwise, your phone's not gonna want to stay in. You have to say, okay, sweetheart, we're going in the plastic wrap now. Be a good girl. Okay, I wrapped it up nicely.
Sprinkle a mat with powdered sugar or starch.
Sprinkle a mat. Hopefully this works. Now I need powdered sugar. I probably should have got everything out before I started, but I forgot what I needed. So she said powdered sugar or starch. Not really sure what this is, but I'm gonna use this. Flour. Okay, that's probably starch. You know, Troom Troom is obviously made by, I don't know if it's Russian people or Ukrainian people, and then poorly translated into English. So a lot of their times, their videos are very poorly translated, and they end up using not the exact right word. And I think that's what happened here. I think they meant flour.
And roll out sugar paste to get a thin layer.
Roll out sugar paste to get a thin layer. Now, like I just said, Troom Troom likes to poorly translate their videos a lot. And I spent about an hour in a grocery store trying to find sugar paste. I even asked employees where the sugar paste was, and they looked at me like I was insane. And then I found out that it's called fondant. Okay, roll it out. They're using a cup. I feel like a rolling pin is the right thing to use for this, but maybe I don't have a rolling pin. I'll use a cup. Man, you know what doesn't feel good? Having flour all over your hands. Feels awful, actually. It's like the worst texture. Alexa, remind me to never be a chef. I've spread it out into a pretty thin mass. Okay, I think I'm happy with this thickness. I got a big white blob on my tray, and I think I'm ready to wash this fucking flour off my hands. Again, feels gross. Okay, next step.
Wrap it around a glass and put it onto a phone.
Okay, they used a much smaller piece. Maybe I should cut some of this off. I believe a knife is the proper tool for this. Cutting and whatnot. Maybe I'm not so bad at cooking after all. Wrap it around a cup. Doop, 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 doop. Set my phone down. And then just roll it on top of my phone. Really hope that that's sealed up. This is my actual phone that I use every day. So I really hope I don't fucking ruin it with sugar paste.
Press the paste over the phone. Define the corners and sides. Cut off the excess. Turn over the phone and the mat together and fold the edges inside.
Go in here. You just gotta basically karate chop it. Nobody's gonna believe this is a phone case. It's lumpy as fuck. Now I'm gonna cut off the excess, flip it around, wrap it on up. All right, it's looking like a phone case already. Yep, it's the exact shape of a phone.
Wait a few hours to get the sugar paste hardened.
Wait a few hours for the sugar paste to harden? My phone's in there. I thought I was just gonna be able to take it right out or something. All right, well, let's just set this prank aside to simmer, and I guess I'll get my phone back at some point. While we wait for that to harden, let's move on to the next prank. This one comes from a video called 14 Funny Summer Pranks / Prank Wars. And if you just look at the thumbnail, this is one of the pranks we're gonna be doing. It looks like it's like a crazy ice cream cone. Like I was, you're probably wondering, how did they get that cool spiral shape on an ice cream cone? It's even dripping like a regular ice cream cone would on a nice hot summer's day. Well, I'm gonna show you exactly how to make a cool spiral ice cream cone to prank your friends.
Phew, it's so hot. The best idea is to eat some ice cream. The friends give cooling surprise gifts to each other. Let's see what it is. Make a white sugar paste ball. Put the ball into a wafer cone. Pour topping onto the sugar paste ice cream. Emma gets her ice cream, but it doesn't melt. And it doesn't taste like ice cream. Although, it's sweet enough. Well, I don't actually cool down the way I want. But Dolly gets a surprise gift too.
So the first girl gives her friend like a hard ball of sugar that's not cold like ice cream. It doesn't melt. It's just like this hard mush instead of ice cream. But don't worry, the other friend's got a great prank that she's gonna use to get back at her friend. Let's check it out.
But Dolly gets a surprise gift too. There is a light bulb cone in her package.
So it wasn't ice cream? It's just a fucking light bulb. In the thumbnail, it was like dripping like it's ice cream. It's not really ice cream. The prank is just, hey, give your friend a light bulb. Wow, what a great prank. Your friend's expecting ice cream, and instead she bites into a glass light bulb. Gotcha! Pranked! You've been got. Let's see how they pulled this prank off, because I'm pretty blown away.
Hot glue a spiral light bulb into a wafer cone.
Okay. They glued a light bulb into a cone. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. So I bought some cones. I bought a whole pack of ice cream cones to use one. And by use one, I mean I'm gonna glue a fucking light bulb in it, okay? And the rest goes in the garbage. Just kidding. Well, I'm gonna save it and maybe feed it to some birds. So I forgot to buy a light bulb. I figured my parents would have one laying around. But the only one I could find is this. It's a green party bulb. So maybe it's gonna be some lime-colored ice cream or something. Lamp contains mercury. So whoever's getting pranked with this one's not only getting a surprise when they bite into it, but they're also gonna have mercury poisoning. That's the prank. I guess I'll put this over here to harden as well. So we got 2 pranks in the bag. They're hardening over there. And we got 1 more to go before we're ready to test these out in the real world. Let's check it out.
Dolly is playing in the sand. It's so cute and innocent. Until she starts eating the sand right from a bucket.
This is a great prank. I want somebody, just anybody, to think I'm insane. Is that too much to ask? So I'm gonna make them think that I'm eating sand.
Grind short crust cookies in a blender.
Do I have a blender? That looks like a blender. Haha! I'm not exactly sure how many I need to use to make a significant amount of sand. And just so you know, these are gluten-free. So, they're good. This is gonna be some tasty sand. Oh no. I think this might have been wet when I just used it just now.
Put the crumbs into a toy bucket.
I wonder if I have a bucket. There's like chunks in here, but it's hard to tell if they're unbroken cookies or just like clumps because it kind of clumps together. Oh yeah. Now this is some fake ass sand.
Add a gummy seashell and a gummy starfish. Put in colorful candy drops.
Okay, I couldn't find gummy seashells and gummy starfishes at my local grocery store, so I went with Werther's Original Caramel Hard Candies. I thought that they might look like little rocks, or maybe a grandma got so old she turned to sand, leaving only her hard candies behind. I'll just put a couple in there, and hopefully that makes it look more like sand and not more like candy. Okay, we're gonna stop this episode of Danny's Kitchen for a brief poll. If I started scarfing this down in front of you, would you think I was eating sand? Vote now. Okay, it's looking good. Okay guys, I'm back with the phone case, and it's been about 5 hours, and this is still very soft, which is worrisome to me. It's really doesn't feel any less soft than it did before. I'm kind of worried that it's never gonna dry, so I'm just gonna roll with it and just do it. Okay.
Trim the front edges.
So now I sort of cut the front of the phone out. Oh no, this is, oh no. Oh, my phone just buzzed. Well, I guess it still works, so that's good. It's looking pretty good so far.
Put a regular case onto the back side and cut out a hole for the camera.
Ah, of course. Cut out the old camera hole here. Fantastic. All right, let's take this baby out of the case. There we go. Yep, this totally looks like a phone case. The problem with this prank is that my phone case is black, and this sugar paste is white. So I looked around the grocery store for like any kind of edible paint or dye, and I found this. It's called sparkling gel, and it's for writing on cakes and stuff, and it's kind of glittery, but I'm gonna try to use it to cover the case and make it black. And I guess I'll just cover it like this. See, the problem is that this comes out so thinly that I'm gonna have to spread it around somehow, and I don't have any paint brushes or anything, but I guess I can just sort of, yeah, okay. This is sort of working. Yeah, okay. I'm starting to get it now. I think I understand. There's no fucking way this is gonna work. I finally understand. I got it now, guys. Yep, now we've got a nice black phone case that will convince just about anyone. All right, guys, well, in real Troom fashion, now that the pranks are done, it's time to put them to the test and see just how good these DIY pranks are. Let's do this. Eating sand? And your phone case? Watch me convince my entire family I'm insane on this episode of Troom. Mother has just gotten home from a long morning shift at Starbucks and is now making food for a local homeless shelter. Watch as her idiot YouTuber son tries to prank her. Have you seen what's in the sand? No. Mother laughs, embarrassed that this is the best her son could do.
That looks good, Danny. Sam.
It's a prank! I'm recording.
Of course I know.
Do you know I'm recording?
Oh, no, but I assumed it was a prank because it doesn't really look like sand.
It doesn't? So you knew the second you looked at it, it wasn't sand?
Well, yeah.
Okay.
It doesn't look like sand because when you were showing me it, I know what the sand looks like because I just covered it yesterday and it was all dirty and brown and wet.
On a scale from 1 to 10, how would you rate my prank?
Good execution, well thought out, lots of work, cooking all those cookies and shit.
Yeah.
Normally, I think I would freak someone out. Going, why are you eating sand?
Okay, so it's a good idea and good execution, but my mom knows what sand looks like, so it didn't work.
Yeah.
I just asked Laura to be in a video. I have to really quickly put the phone case on the phone.
Danny quickly prepares the phone for the prank by putting on his homemade case. But it turns out the case didn't harden at all, and it's not sticking to the phone. Shit. Alright guys, I've got Laura with me and we're gonna do a video. So this video is about, you have to tell a story about a time that you got in trouble.
Oh, I have to tell a story about a time I got in trouble. You're making me so nervous.
It's just a regular YouTube video, what do you mean?
I lied to my dad for the first time, and I told him I wasn't on a trampoline when I was on a trampoline.
Okay.
Danny! What is that?
Sorry, what?
What is that?
It's my phone case. Do you think it was pretty weird that I just started eating my phone case?
I knew you didn't want me to tell you a story. Are you joking?
It tastes really bad.
I bet!
So you didn't think it looked like a phone
No,
case?
it looks like a white piece of candy.
The purpose of this prank was to make you think that I was insane, because I just started eating my phone case. Do you think that worked?
No, it didn't look like a phone case.
If you had to rate it out of 10, what would you give this prank?
It's not even a prank. The biggest part of the prank is you asked me to tell a story and you didn't want it.
Okay, well that's it. That's the whole thing. Did you like it?
No.
Dad is trying to get some work done, but here I go, pranking again. Hey Dad?
Yeah?
You want some ice cream?
Sure.
Alright, here you go.
It's not ice cream, it's a light bulb.
Pranked ya! We got him good, guys. That was a good prank. Did I prank you good?
I've seen better pranks. It's kind of just a light bulb. I mean, it's supposed to be like ironic or surprise me or something.
You weren't surprised?
Well, that's kind of dumb.
Okay. If you had to rank it from 0 to 10.
I'd go with probably 2.
You heard it here first, folks. 2 out of 10.
Slightly above Jupiter.